Profits Monday Night Lights, featuring live racing coverage and handicapping at Assiniboia Downs. Be sure to visit the player portal at asdowns.com for free racing programs, weekly special events, and links to other great information.
Good Monday evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Lights on Trust the Profits. I'm Jessica Tugwell, and I'm here tonight with SPN. Sean, thanks for joining me tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, my friend. Just literally back from the King's Plate up at Woodbine. Unfortunately, the race was canceled due to incredible rain. The most rain ever in Pearson Airport history.
Jeez.
And amazing. Some people said that, with all-weather track, how did it not? It has a drain, right? It actually does have drains. There was so much water that the drains couldn't even contain
keep up with it.
The rain. Wow. Exactly. And the outer turf course literally looked like the only thing we were missing is fishes and frogs. I mean, it was that much water. I've never seen anything like it. It just wouldn't stop.
Yeesh, tons of it. All right. Well, hopefully they've rescheduled it for this coming weekend, right?
Yes, Friday, all the 12 races on Friday, including the King's Plate and the 3 stakes races that were canceled, but they'll have 12 races. But just before we start, I have to say, this weekend I had the pleasure at the King's Plate, even though we didn't have the races, which was great. I got to meet 2 incredible people this weekend, and that's Darren Dunn, who happens to be the CEO of Assiniboia Downs, and his partner in crime, Sharon Gulias, who is the CEO of Financing and Gaming. They were both at the race this weekend. 2 lovely people, and they love our show. We so appreciate their support, and they were 2 lovely people, and it was really a privilege to meet them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful to Assiniboia and everything they do for us so that we can have these Monday night streams.
Right. And they wanted us to remind us and we always do, but one of the lowest takeouts, and that 14% on the win, 21% on everything else, one of the lowest takeouts in North America. So it's a great product.
Oh, it's a great product at Assiniboia Downs. And I'm, like I've said, basically every time, I'm such a big fan of the free past performance information that they offer. They offer free data. They have so much on their player portal, which you can check out on their website. So definitely do that. And it's a great place for new handicappers and seasoned veterans alike to have a good time betting Assiniboia Downs.
Yes, absolutely.
Frank with a very good point. Sean, who haven't you met in this industry? Can we start a list?
Yeah. A couple of people in New Mexico. Maybe that's maybe that's it. But other than that, exactly. No, I've been very blessed to meet with a lot of great people throughout and both of those lovely people were right at the top of that list. Absolutely. Magnificent people.
And a new face in the chat, I believe. Hi, James. Checking in from Prescott, Arizona. Thanks for spending your Monday evening with us.
Yes, thank you, guys. Absolutely. Love to have you.
For sure. So what did you think of this card tonight, Sean? It was a little bit tough, in my opinion, just because it looks a little bit on the chalky side, I feel like.
It does.
At least going into it.
I agree, but how many times have we said this before? This is the beauty of Assiniboia. Boy, this looks chalky. And then all of a sudden we get a $6,000, pick 5, and we're wondering what the heck happened,
Yeah.
So some of these early races look a little bit on the formful side, but when you get towards the latter races, it can come pretty tricky, and that's where the excitement and the payoffs begin. So Assiniboia kind of has that, people think, oh, how are we going to make money? And somehow people do, with these upsets.
You still manage to find a way. Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. We got Mr. Automatic checking in. We got Neil.
Hey, Mr. Automatic.
Bobby and Charles. Let's make some money tonight. We'll find a way.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited. Bobby D's got an exacta box already cooking one with the 2-5.
Fantastic.
Which is great. Frank, let us know who you like, my friend. Neil. let us know who you like, my friend. This is Neil's original track, so
Yeah,
that's always
his
exciting.
home track.
Yes. So we have a field of 4 in the first race here.
Yeah, I just realized I also just not off the plane, but fresh off an 8-hour drive back from New Orleans that I got in about an hour ago, and I had time to handicap, but I have not checked my changes, so I'm going to do that real
Yeah,
quick.
absolutely. We got a field of 4 here, and an interesting race here because clearly we have 7 to 5, a 5 to 2, and an 8 to 5. For the long shot players, the 5 is a very nice value here at 7 to 1 for the players at home. And let me see how many minutes we have. And if anyone's playing the stable duel game tonight at Assiniboia, let me see how many minutes you have.
Probably about 8.
Yeah, let me see here. Frank likes the 1 with the weight allowance with Knights. Yeah, we have 7 minutes, so you can get your team in accordingly if you want to make any last-minute changes. And interesting, Kurt picks the 1, 2, 4, and Stretch picks the 2, 1, 4. So interesting that the the favorite kind of in the race is not being picked by either one.
Well, the 1's the favorite right now, but 4 is your second choice and was the morning line favorite.
Right. But I'm just saying neither Kurt nor Stretch picked him.
Have him on top,
which is interesting in the 4-horse race. That's not usually the protocol, if you will.
Yeah. This was a tough one for me. I did end up on the 1 also.
Yeah.
Just seemed like the horse with best. What I liked about him was that he had the best late pace.
Yes.
In the race, it looks like a horse who can still stalk, but I'm hoping that the 2 and the 4 kind of go out there and he can kind of sit the trip from the rail in third. Knights has done well with him these last 2 races since dropping in for a tag. So that's kind of the hope. He did pretty good last time out at a mile, cuts back to 7.5. So I felt like I would take that over the 2 horses stretching out from 6 to 7.5.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of a toss up between those 3 as far as I'm concerned. What were you thinking in here?
Yeah, no, I was the 1. I was 1, 4, 2. And with the 5, obviously the 4th choice in here. Frank puts an interesting thing, and Neil has a 1, 4, 5 try box. Frank says my only problem with the 1 is the post position.
Mm-hmm.
At 7.5, that's not as bad as the 6 furlongs, races. They have been in trouble around the 2 terms. The 1 has not seemed to have as big a problem as the other ones have. And I think that could be a help there on the 2 turns. If it was on the 1 turn, a little bit leery always, but I think on the 2 turns. And look at this: 8 to 5, 9 to 5, and 8 to 5. This is
that's about how it looks.
This is what you call,
Yeah, this is close race. Tough to feel very strongly about any of these 3 horses.
Right.
In my opinion. It is interesting. Dancing in the Creek, the 4 is taking the blinkers off. That's a 5 for 9 angle for Michael Nault.
Yeah.
With a $3.64 ROI. So that's a good angle there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I mean, if you go back to those 2 races without blinkers for this horse, he was chasing a really nice horse in Can You Hear Me Running in both of those. Was reasonably well beaten, 8 1/4 and 6 1/4 lengths, but against much, much better than what he's facing in here.
Yeah. And I even looked at the buyers, and his buyers were solid versus this group. The 1 does get the weight. Exactly. Obviously, Knights will have to get out in a 4-horse field. That can be tough, but class-wise, I think the 4 definitely, is heads and shoulders. I'm just trying to see what the 4-1 pays $6. Is that for 2 or is that for 1? I forget.
Let me pull up.
I think it's
my stuff here. Yeah, trying to make money in this race is a little seems a little tricky.
Yeah, this is one of those races where probably if you're if I'm betting personally, right? I'm trying to match up a horse in this race that maybe I like with a person in the second race or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like a daily double or something like that. You know, because
definitely.
or if you felt really confident that the 1-4 or the 4-1 was gonna, you know what I'm saying? You do something like that, try and make a little bit of money. But this
Yeah,
is
looks like
and
1-4 is 5 for $1, and
yeah.
4-1 is 6 for $1 right now.
Oh, see, okay, see, exactly. So, I mean, I would have no problem just like to start out. I think it's going to be 1-4. You know what I mean? The two could get in there and bust us, but just to start out
Do we just do
as a
$5 straight or something?
yeah, or just even like just like a $4 exacta box, you know,
Yeah.
and just try to do something simple there, you know.
Yeah. Let's see here. Starting bankroll, current bankroll.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, we'll do it for $2 each way. Just $4.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Just get something on the board, you know. If we
Yeah.
lose, we lose, you know. But it's a good way to start because even the doubles will be low in the next race. So I don't, you know, I kind of look. So
Yeah.
it's not really, you know, it's huge money. So Frank's got a $2 pick three, 1, 2, 4 with 3, 5 with 6, singling the 6.
I've got those same two in the next race,
Yeah.
Frank. I thought 5 looked tough, but the 3 was the one who might be able to make it interesting.
Yeah.
And then the 6. Yep. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Frank. I think that's a solid little pick 3.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely solid. It looks like a nice night out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So someone in Canada finally doesn't have rain.
Yeah, right.
Good Lord.
They need it.
Yeah,
That nice day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it looks great out there. Thank you to everybody. 57 already in the viewing. Thank you to everybody.
Yes, thank you all for
joining in.
Hang out with us this evening.
Yeah, Neil's got a 1-4-5 try box.
All right. Yeah.
Good job.
Try and get that 5 in there if you can.
Yeah, hey man,
right.
exactly. Yeah, why not?
I mean, the exacta will pays with the 5 involved are really good.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah.
Ranging from 19 to 33 for your dollar if the 5 runs second.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, in a 4-horse field, they could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
All 3 of these favorites have kind of been the types of horses who, I mean, I wouldn't quite, call them money burners, but they've all been pretty well regarded in their recent attempts
very
and have
much
not
so. Yeah.
gotten the job done.
No. They've been popular at exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to see here with the doubles here. The rolling doubles. Yeah. Matt Butler, how are you? Yeah. Matt, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like a card, I've been there before, maybe like 1 or 2 races, that look it out, see if you can find 1 or 2 races, focus on them, see if you can make some money on them. It's never a bad strategy. It's all up to the individual. But I think this could be a sneaky good card, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, it does look. I'm kind of with you, Matt. Thinking this card looks like it could chalk out. So to me, it's the kind of night where you play small. You just kind of try and see if you can make a few bucks. It doesn't look like the kind of card you're going to be making life-changing money on. But with that low takeout, you have the opportunities to make a little bit of money. I think playing horizontally might end up being the way to go. I think you could go pretty skinny in a lot of these races. With some of your multi-race wagers.
Yeah, and Savage Poker's got 2, 4, 6, 1 super. Rick Johnson's got 1, 2, 4, and 5 with 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Good luck.
Key in the 5 in third there.
Yeah.
With your try. Not a bad strategy. If you can get the 5 in there, like we said, there is decent payoffs for the 5 in second right now.
Yes, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. It looks like it's a fast night up there. Matt's gonna see how it goes for a race or two. You're probably the first couple of ones, Matt, are gonna be could be, but even here, exactly. They all had a nice pick 4. Tim had a great pick 5. With the and pick 4, and so did Frank with the. It looked like chalk. There was like 11,000 and 12,000 horse in stable duel. Neither one won. What I mean? So just because they look like super on paper does not mean that they are going to,
Exactly. And that can be if you have the right horse against those types.
Yeah, bingo. Big hit, And
you can pull it off.
We had 2 favorites last week and a 12-1 in the middle of them, and it paid like, $65, $70. I mean, it can happen,
Absolutely.
All you need is one of those favorites to not run their race, and you've got yourself a nice score.
And you have some of these types of favorites who are the kinds of horses who don't always necessarily aren't the most consistent.
Right. As we always say this, and this is what I always tell people, okay? No matter how good a horse looks up here, if they were more consistent, they would be at another track. You know what I'm saying? It's just any lower track. If just by rule, if a horse was really, really, really in solid form, they'd probably move to another track because I'm saying. Exactly. So on nights like this, when you have the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 varieties, sometimes you're just not going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And on a given night, it may just be had a bad sleep or didn't eat right, or you know what I'm saying, just didn't feel it that night, and then so you never know.
That's when you can get some bombs.
Yeah, exactly, and then that's where the combinations come out. So, how was New Orleans, by the way? Was you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a unexpected trip on my way back from Saratoga.
Oh, good. How did you like Saratoga?
Oh, I always like Saratoga.
Yeah,
Saratoga was fantastic. Had a great day. Got to hang out. Got to talk with Frank Maramati for a little bit, which was really cool.
Oh, that's great.
I met some Twitter friends. Barry Spears was one of them. We had the Little Bluebird Stables partner appreciation night. Yeah. So it was a great weekend, great time. And then I got to spend a little bit of time at home with my family, which was also very exciting. And then it turns out that my fiance told me that on the day I was supposed to arrive back in San Antonio, he was going to have to be in New Orleans. And my trip home was going to take me through New Orleans. So we decided to just stay for the weekend and have a little impromptu vacation. So it all worked out. I am home for the first time in 15 days, about an hour ago. So, so it's nice to be home.
Both of us are true road warriors today, but
But
we are here and glad to be with you. But
glad to be back after 2 weeks off.
Yeah, Danny H is in the house tonight. What's up, Dan? He liked. Let's see what he had here. He had what do you have?
4-2 for $15.
All right, Danny, bring it home. Yeah, now we're getting 2-1 on the 1 and 2. Yep, absolutely, Dan. Yep. Tom Hollick likes the 1. Whitehall and the 5 seems to take the first race off, whether he has the mount or not. I will say this, Tom. I've said this all meet. No one's a bigger Antonio Whitehall fan than me. I even said that to both of them out there, and I'm a huge fan of his. He seems to be focusing harder on the longer distances than the shorter distances. He's doing really well around the 2 turn races. So that would be something again tonight to kind of watch.
Yeah, see if it continues to hold that way.
Of course, I pick him in the last race in the 6th furlong race, but that's another. but he has seemed to do good this season, better at a longer
round.
Yeah. You can triple your money on my top choice, who only has to beat 3 other horses. Right. And that is true.
Yeah. I think 2-1 is pretty fair in a 4-horse field, as you said. That's value.
I mean, that very perfect on on Friday, Idiomatic runs at Saratoga. She's going to be 1-5 in a 5-horse field. You know, here you're getting a 4-horse field and you're getting 2-1, 2-1, and even. Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a good card this weekend coming up at Saratoga.
Oh, yes, for sure. Let me bring up our buddy.
Thanks for checking in. Hopefully we can make a little bit of money tonight.
Hey, Keith.
So where was I? Put it in here somewhere. Here's our official. We're just going small to start. $4 bet. 1-4 exacta box.
Yep. Just starting nice and small.
Bankers Day. The
$6 or $7 if we hit for $1.
See?
So
yep. See, that's nothing wrong with that.
Next up, picking riffs.
Good luck to everybody.
Yes, best of luck.
I'll answer that one, Frank, after.
Now just 2 left to load. That's 6-5 favorite, Dancing in the Creek. And now just waiting on Magical Tap In. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. Away quickly on the inside. Bankers
2 going to the lead.
Picking refs. He's going to want a piece of the front end, but has a little company in Dancing in the Creek in between horses. 3 wide, Magical Tap In, and Bankers Day is a trailer. Only 2.5 lengths from front to back as Picking Riffs heavily restrained has that lead by 3/4 of a length. They went the opening quarter in a rather sluggish 25-3, and Bankers Day can hold no more and now goes up and grabs the lead by 1/2 length. Picking Riffs back to second on the inside, Dancing in the Creek. 3 wide and 4 wide. Magical Tap In, but it's Bankers Day and Picking Riffs. The 1/2 mile, 50 and 2. Picking Riffs now unleashes the run with 3 furlongs to go. Bankers Day trying to keep up in second.
Yeah, I think this 2 is gone here.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping he tires the last leg.
Right.
Sometimes they can try to go and then tire, you know? I'm hoping that's the case.
He is looking around a little bit. But yeah, I think we're home. He's home free.
Yeah, he's home free. Yeah.
But this one's over. Picking Riffs is going to win by 3.
2-1. Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, down 4 to start.
Yep.
That's all right.
Yep. Yep. Frank got it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able at all, Jessica, to look at the Alabama at all?
I watched it one time, and that was it. I didn't watch it very critically.
Because he was asking about, Frank asked about the trip Candy got in Alabama.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, Frank, honestly, when the Alabama was running, right? Yeah, let me take him off here. When the Alabama was going off, I was on America's Best Racing with Dan Torgman, and they had just announced that it was canceled. So that was a little chaotic, you know, to say the least. I just saw literally the last 10 feet, like 100 feet of the race when Power Squeeze just got up, you know. So I honestly did not see the screen, but so maybe Jessica saw it.
I watched it one time, but let's pull it up here. We got time.
Can we show that, or can we? Yeah, we can show. Okay, yeah.
I think you can pull it up. It's just a YouTube video.
Let's see. Yeah. Great hit, Frank. 7-2. What value?
And they're off. in the Alabama, presented by Keeneland Sales, and Chatala sprints out of the gate and quickly opens up a couple. Miss Justify has
Candied
good
is the
early
7
speed.
in the
Candy
Eclipse.
came away in good order. America's Vow inside of her. And here's Neon Icon to put more pressure on the front runners. Just in behind them comes Intricate. She is right next to America's Vow. Power Squeeze is second to last. And
Yeah, when I watched it, I already knew who won, so I think I'd been kind of following Power Squeeze.
The opening quarter went
Sure, yeah.
23 and 1/5 seconds.
I'm watching Candy
Frankie
for
Dettori with the pedal to the metal on Chatalis. Leads it by 3 lengths. In second is Miss Justify.
Had to take up a little bit there. It was a little bit on heels. I don't think she really lost a little issue there.
Candied are head and head coming.
Her head is all over the place right now.
Is finishing with a flourish in the
She keeps
middle
drifting out.
Outside of her, just basking. It's Candied Power
She's
Squeeze.
taking game
head
with
and head
though.
with Power Squeeze. Power Squeeze on the outside. And
Right here, she digs back in really gamely.
She really does. Yeah, Frank, I'm not going to blame the trip on her losing. You know,
Yeah,
he made the right move, and Power Squeeze just beat her to the line. I don't think there's any major flaw there on the.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a bad trip. It wasn't the cleanest.
It
but
wasn't
also,
clean, right? And if you only lose by an eighth by a nose, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that move, and she definitely did get bumped. But I'm saying, but still, if you're the best horse, you should win that race. You know, and
that's I agree with you, Sean. I think that a lot of the trouble she caused in the stretch drifting and stuff, that was just her. That wasn't really, I mean, yeah, if she had managed to run straight, she probably does win.
Right.
But the fact that she didn't run straight was her own doing.
Yeah, I think so too. Her head was all over there for a while. And then once he got her going again, then she dug down. But her head was kind of in the clouds there a little bit, So I would think that was not what Todd wanted, but still ran a hell of a race. She'll be a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a fair take, Frank, that she ran the best race.
Oh, she did. She did. I think she was the best horse. I just think, but Power Squeeze, give her credit, ran just a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zach, so that was a hell of a finish.
Yeah, but I mean, that move she made around the turn was impressive.
Very fair, Frank. Yeah, Zach, very fair. Yeah, but I think we give more credit to Power Squeeze than her choking, because she was going forward and she was game. Just Power Squeeze was just a little bit too good.
Yeah, I loved the way she re-engaged at the end. That was that was good to see. Something I like to see from a horse.
Yeah. So just to go over the prices for anybody, if anyone was if for Frank's amazing 1-2 call there in the first race, well done. $9.20 on the see Frank, there's definite value. As we were saying, the 4-horse field, how can you make money? 7-2 in a 4-horse field. Hello, that's how you can do it. Rodney says Candy just wasn't good enough. Otherwise, she would have won. Power Squeeze was just better. I agree. They both had an equal chance, and she just put it back. But for anybody, pick and riffs 920, 290, 210. Banker's Day, a hard loss, 270, 210. And Dancing in the Creek, really no excuse there. Just couldn't get to the top two. 210 to show. The Exacted. Now here we go. As nice. Matt said, no value. 2-1 paid $19.20 in a 4-horse race. That's, right there. That's all you need to do is just knock the 4 out, and then the trifecta, 20-cent trifecta, $2.19. Super 20-cent, $2.78. So, and somebody asked about the interesting, who was it, answered the $1 million question about them putting the King's Plate on Friday and not Saturday. Okay. Let me put on my Woodbine hat here, which I do. I have a Catherine Day Phillips hat on here. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a shock to me because I think on Friday versus Saturday you wouldn't have as many people
Assiniboia Downs has
there as you
introduced a
would
new
on.
50-50 draw
Let me shut
that
him
will
off
take
here just
place
so we can
each and every race.
hear. Um, uh, I think honestly, I think the best move in my mind, if you really wanted to avoid the the Travers, would be put on Sunday after the Travers, and but it was put on Friday, and we'll just support that and hope that they have a great day of racing. They do avoid the. I know there's some extracurricular talk out there that I really won't get into, but I just wish them a great race on Friday. But yeah, but that was an interesting call. I thought it maybe should have been on Sunday after the Travers, and where you have more your own day. But they chose Friday, and to anyone who's going, I certainly wish I could have stayed up for it. But and now we have a 13 horse field because the 10 is back in the race, which is great. Moran and Pietro's horse is back in, so a full field of 13. So that should be a fun day. But that was a certainly an interesting choice in my mind for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's gonna be a beautiful day, so hopefully it'll be a great day.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's their premiere day. I'm sure that it'll still be a good day of racing.
Yep.
And yeah, like you said, they'll still avoid the Travers. It was interesting, they could have gone one way or the other, and they went with the Friday instead of the Sunday. So
yeah,
try and dodge the Travers. So hopefully, good day of racing, and like you said, full field, always full fields out at Woodbine.
Yeah, so that they will be full fields that day. So and if you already have your handicapping mind on the Travers in the zone, check out the great card at Woodbine because you will definitely be. It's kind of like Gulfstream, man. Large fields bring large payoffs. So so that will be great. And I know on Friday at Saratoga, Idiomatic is running, should be 1 to 5. There's no stakes race at Del Mar. There's no stakes race at Monmouth. So check into the King's Plate and definitely look at that card because it's definitely worth it. But we have 9 minutes to go here in the late part of the double here in the second race. And Frank is saying, Jess, they bet the 3 here to even money.
Yeah, not quite. We're getting a little better, but not that 6-1 morning line. And that those horses happen at Assiniboia. Looking at this horse, there was no way you were getting 6-1. I was hoping we might get 3.
Yeah,
maybe 7-2, but 2-1 is the price on Double Karuba, who looks like the one horse who might be able to give Diamond Concerto a run for it. I like that this horse is taking a slight money drop off the maiden win. I don't like seeing horses break their maiden for a tag and then come back against winners for the same tag. That's almost always a toss for me unless the horse really dominated, which this horse did dominate at the $7,500 level, now comes back for $5,000 and ran a figure that makes him competitive with the 5, who is definitely the more experienced.
Yes.
Is the kind of horse that is trying to find his level at Assiniboia Downs. Come in, they've been trying Allowance Company, haven't really been able to do a whole lot. Had a good race back on June 26th, was only beaten 3/4 of a length in an allowance here. Last out was beaten 4.5 in a 12-5 claimer. Now drops down to 5. Makes sense as a good level for this horse to try and get that confidence at Assiniboia Downs. And speed figures wise, pretty much towers over everybody in this field except for the 3, who, as Frank points out, did beat Pick and Riffs. Last time out in that race that they both come out of. So form has already been validated on the night for the 3.
I agree. And Bobby's got the 3 over the 4 or 5, so he definitely agrees, And obviously, for stable duel purposes, the obvious pick would be Conti because there's only 5 horses in the race, and he gets obviously free points at 15-1. I don't think he's a win candidate here, but maybe you can be lucky and have a tired duel up in the front, and he can get 4th for you.
Absolutely.
But I'm with you. I was all over the 3. So often in these type of situations, I will always go for the least experienced horse versus the experienced horse. Because at this level, if you're 1 for 14, you're just not showing a real ambition to win.
You're learning to lose.
Now, right, exactly. Now, if you were facing $40,000, $50,000 claimers, and then you're back at this level, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you were really facing much, much better. But you know what I'm saying? But I think when you look at this horse, and he was facing better, like the Derby trial and all that stuff. But the next race, he comes down to 6 furlongs, does make an interesting 5th, but wasn't really. He did make a little belated rally, but and maybe the distance will help him. But I like the fact, as you said, he beat Pick and Riffs, who's already won tonight, so that becomes a key race. And I just like the fact that they thought enough of this horse to start him out in maiden special weight, and it just didn't work. You drop them into the sandbox with the right type of friends, and he just explodes by 6 lengths. So in a field like this, which is not very big, if this was like a 9-10 horse field, yeah, the toughest one to win is your race after breaking your maiden. But in a 5-horse field, I think this 3 is by far the horse to beat in here. And I think the 5 obviously can get in for a price. And then I'm surprised the 4 is a little bit not as bad as 6-1. But here's another horse too, though. Even though he's running allowance, I want him to show me something. And he didn't show anything. So I don't know if this horse is just going in the wrong direction, or maybe he's back down to where he should be running, and then 6-1. If anyone likes the 4, tremendous value.
Yeah, you're definitely getting a price there with the 4. And that would be, if I wanted someone in 3rd, it would probably be either the 1 or the 4.
Yeah.
The 4 did break his maiden for 5,000. And like I said, so I kind of would prefer to see him at a little lower level than the $5,000 level coming back. Yeah. But in this field, makes sense as a horse to use in 3rd, as does the 1, as a horse who just kind of, for the most part, the 1 runs his race, but it's been at the level and it's been picking up 3rd, 4th, little 2nd. Hasn't really found the form this year that he had last year, but his best races last year did come in late August and September. So maybe this is just a horse who wants to round into form a little bit at this track. Possibility. Is also 5 for 5 in the money at the distance of 7 furlongs, although the 1 has never won at the 7 furlong distance. Has the best record at the distance in the field. So definitely think I'm 3-5 on top.
Yeah.
And then I could make a case for any of the other 3 to round out the trifecta in here.
Yeah, do you want to do like a try box, like 3 with those with those 3 underneath?
If we did like 3-5 with 3-5.
Yeah, you could do that with 1-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
A little fancy there.
I like it.
What's the exacta pay on them, just to see if it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
try
and now.
3-5 is $5 and 5-3 is $4. So I feel like we do try and get some value by going with the trifecta there.
Love it. Yep. And Carolina Moon has a race 2 is 3-1-5. Razor's in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Frank Payne's got a $3 try straight 5-3-1. Todd is in the house. How are you, my man? We
still keep it kind of small and do it for $1. That's a $4 bet.
Yep. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Nice and small. There you go.
Three, five.
Thank you to everybody. Over 100 people
4.
watching tonight. Love to have you as always.
Absolutely.
And how many times can you say "Welcome to Plate Week"? Twice.
Yeah, you get 2 plate weeks this year.
Right, you get 2 plate weeks exactly.
3, 5, 1, 5 with 4. That's an 80-cent bet. We're doing it 5 times. That's okay.
Yeah.
Double checking my math.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Just a little bit till we can get on the board here.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, I think it's a great one.
These early races, like we said,
yes,
hard to have a really strong opinion that looks like a money-making opinion.
Yeah.
So keep it small for now. See if we can eke out a little bit of money to hit some of these races later on where we might be able to get something a little bit clever going on.
Exactly. And by the way, we just want to quickly wish a very happy birthday to one of our former colleagues and a great ambassador of Naira Bets. No, only one failed to menace Matt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. My friend DeSantis, wish you a very happy birthday, my friend. And always a huge person for Assiniboia. Loves their racing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like Monday nights, you can check out Tuesday nights over on the Naira Bets channel.
Yes.
With Matt DeSantis. So
yeah.
Happy birthday to Matt. One of the greatest, most genuine human beings I've ever met. Matt.
Yes, no doubt. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely legit. Yep. Thank you, Matt. He smashed the like button. Always love that.
Yeah, thank you, James, for the call to action. Hit that like button,
yes.
please.
Love
Helps
that,
us out a
James.
lot. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all the great stuff we have coming up. Lots of videos coming up for this Traverse card on Saturday. So definitely follow along with Trust the Profits. We've got things coming up for you, and we do this every Monday night.
Yes.
But if you hit that like button, it helps YouTube spread our videos so that more people can come hang out with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We got Barry C.
Hey, Barry. How are you, sir?
In. Haven't seen Grandma yet, Frank.
I've not seen Grandma yet. No. Hopefully she'll join us and say hello. Usually does towards the middle of the program.
Missed that Razor popped in as well. Thanks for coming.
Always great to see the Razor, man.
All right, we've been at 9 minutes to post for a minute now. I
wonder if my video. I'm checking right now.
It's playing.
We've been there exactly.
I don't think you're live. Yep, you are not playing.
I'm not live. Okay. There we go. Amazing how we just killed 9 exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Surprise.
We just killed 9 minutes like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly. See? So we're getting towards the gate here. And and let us know who you guys like. That was me, Frank. Don't blame Jess. That was me. I just got off a plane. We get a little bit of
we're both a little jet lagged today.
Right, exactly. I even told they're 2 of the nicest people. I said, listen, I'm coming. I said I'm going to be right off the plane, but I would not miss your program exactly and your great product. So.
All right.
Danny is a $2 deal double 4 and 4 6 and $5 double 5 with 4 6.
All right.
And racing down win. Good luck, my friend. 3 5 3 5 with 1 2.
All right, yeah.
I like it.
If you can get that 2 in there, so we'll hope for 3 5 1 so we can hit together.
Yeah, the first one into the starting gate. Next up, the lone filly.
Good luck to everybody.
Frank, join us with the off the plane crew.
Oh, look at that! Flew in from Tampa. Love it, Frank.
From the middle.
When I left Woodbine this morning, it was 52 degrees and windy, and I swore it was going to snow. It was really cold.
I'm jealous. My AC in my house is not working.
Yeah.
I asked after this weekend and found that our AC had broken. So it is 88 degrees in my house right now.
Wow. And Rick Johnson got 3 all.
3 all. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. In the middle, Conti headed hard
Conti's
out to
going
grab
really.
the early lead, and is going to get it by
Interesting.
half a length. Double Karuba to the outside, putting on the pressure. Guaranteed delivery, hugging the rail 3 lengths back with Diamond Concerto just to the outside, and Salto Del Lupo will be the early trailer, watching the action from 5 lengths off of it. The opening quarter, 25 seconds. Conte with the half-length advantage. Now Diamond Concerto wants a lead and is going to go by a long neck. Conte to the inside. On the outside, Double Karuba in third. Guaranteed delivery with Horse on the rail in fourth. And Salto Del Lupo is a trailer.
All right, let's get this 2 backing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Going on with it.
48-4. Conte now battling back.
Look at Conti not giving
This
up.
has been the move. I mean, we're still very early in the card, but
Yeah.
3-wide trip. They
Horse
hit
is on the
head
rail
of
fighting
lane,
back.
And Conte still at the lead. Diamond Concerto now goes on by on the inside, guaranteed delivery.
This too is
to the far outside.
This
digging
too
in.
is dead game.
60
Absolutely.
to a mile to go, and Diamond Concerto
nothing from our 3 is going to end up last, I
giving
think.
it all. A late rally on the
Oh,
outside.
look at
And
the
that's
4 got them
whew,
all.
Salto de Lupo. That was that, like we said, the value didn't, it's hard to pick on top, but
Yeah.
6-1 again looks chalky on paper.
Yep.
And the
You
prices
slow
keep
forward
coming.
times, but again, folks, there you go. You had all those favorites right there
Stewards
looking
have requested
good, and all of a
quarter
sudden,
to determine the winning
look
horse.
at that.
They
What
went
Oh,
a
right
finish.
there.
25
That's a
seconds.
horse race.
The half
Yeah,
That
this,
was
this,
a
this,
6 furlongs.
this
wild
track is
14
deep
and
around the
four.
front,
Time for the
around the first
6
turn. You can
furlongs.
tell, but
1:29
they're speeding up
and
in the half. You know, so
Mhm.
the back stretch is a little bit. The far turn is a little bit faster than the first turn. You can tell because they're slow in the beginning, but look at that, 25 to 48.
And that's
They picked
also
it up.
because there's no run up at
Yeah.
Assiniboia.
yeah.
They time out of the gate, so that's also part contributing to that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
For,
Yeah.
quarter times, whereas
Yeah.
normally you'd have a little bit of a run up before the
But
time.
look at this. So now, the 5 hold on. No, I think the 4 may have got
The
there.
4 got them.
4 got them. Yeah.
As much as I hate it because I had the 5 in a little pick 3.
Yeah.
I think the 4 got there.
And here's what we're talking about again, folks. I mean, this race looked pretty formful. You know what I'm saying? You got a 2-1 morning line going off at 6-1, and he may have just nabbed a couple of people, you know,
In a 5-horse field.
and a 5-horse field. And now look at the pick 3 that you'll be dealing with, and then wow,
Yeah, I bet the pick 3s will pays are probably pretty good.
They're great.
I mean,
Yeah.
the doubles has to be.
Let's
Sure.
also photo show the winner number 4.
number
Yep.
4. Look at
Okay,
the
time one,
jockey.
but still.
The jockey's excited. You see that? He's like,
Right.
he was excited.
To number 3, Double Karuba, and 4.
That's
Look
just
at
his
that.
second win on the meet.
Conte.
Yeah, who was that? That was
D.
D. Lewis. Good for you, my friend.
Yeah. This
Showing
horse
him how
was the
it's
other
done.
win.
Jason Marquez had a $2.45 exacta box. Nice. job.
That'll pay with the 4 on top.
Jason making back that 40 cents last week. He kept losing. Look at that all in one fell swoop. Love it, Jason.
I'm surprised the 3 held for third. Got
Me
third
too.
somehow. I thought
I-
the horse was going to end up last.
Yeah, I know. And the 2 Conti, what a game race that horse ran.
Horse ran eyeballs out.
If you had the 5, the reason you lost is because Conti just wouldn't give up and was
Absolutely.
and tripped the 5 absolutely step for step almost the whole way.
Mhm.
That's number 4.
And I thought Conti was going to hold on for a second and actually pull away.
Right.
Yeah, look at Jason coming to play this week. Love it.
See it. I'm going to go ahead and mute on the stream.
Oh, yeah, yep, sorry, yep. There you go.
No
Yep.
worries.
Owned by Murray Duncan and the
Yeah.
estate of
And no, here you go. Yeah.
Ridden to victory
Oh,
by
let me get
Dwight.
that. There you go.
Oh, that's the pause button.
Yeah, no, yeah, got it. Yeah.
There we
There
go.
we go. Don't mind me. But the yeah. So, and it was very interesting, by the way, when I was talking to him this weekend. I asked. He said we have a very small jockey colony, so that our public can really get to know them. We've said this even on our show, which is so remarkable. But they kind of echoed our sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
They have a purpose. They don't want a lot of invaders from like different things. They like trainers and jockeys and all that stuff to be that the public knows them, gets to know them, and handicaps accordingly. And even I had made he loved the analogy. I said it's kind of like a harness track.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They run every other week or other week,
Yeah.
and very similar to harness horses, and you really get to know the horses and who beat who and when and where, and
Yeah, you get that tight knit community.
Yeah, which I think
on.
is really cool, So,
oh, sorry, we both did that at the same time.
There. I'll just bring it up to race 3 here.
Yeah, you got a $13.70 winner there on Salto de Lupo, and actually paid more to win than the dollar exacta. Dollar exacta versus a $2 win bet, but $12.35 for that dollar exacta. 20-cent try paid $4.66.
Not bad at all.
And that early double, $21.35 for $1 with a 4-horse field and a 5-horse.
Right. Field. To all our there's no value fans, that they are more than showing you once again why they are, even in small fields you can get value.
Absolutely.
Payne's picks in first early on in stable duel. Mr. Frank Payne.
Love to see it.
Taking it from Buffalo.
I've got to pull up stable duel. I did not jump in the game, but I can we can take a look at the leaderboard, see if anybody else is how everyone else is doing here.
I came in fourth there, so
Payne's picked in first with both stables.
Yes, look at this. Frank just
Papa's picks in 10th.
Yeah.
Smurf of the Turf 16th, tied with SPN Nation.
There we go. So anybody's
Riders Up Tim had Conti in this race, as I'm sure quite a few people did.
I had Conti too.
Yeah, 70%. Never mind.
Yeah. And Matt, we weren't. By the way, Matt, when we say this, we weren't picking on you. That is a very, very common, thought that a small fields and it looks like chalk, and what I'm saying, but it can really, especially at Assiniboia, really, really snowball. All you need to do is beat one of those favorites, and boom, you got some nice prices.
Mm-hmm.
Frank had the 5 and the 2 in that race. Yeah, I just had the 2. Who ran one heck of a race.
Ran his eyeballs out. That was impressive.
Yeah, Matt's got the 5-6 for the double with the 4.
All right,
okay. Like it. Dan's got $2 double 4 with 4-6. Bring that in. 0 people had that 4 in stable duel. Wow,
really?
And a 2-1 morning line.
That's probably why.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, wow. But that's. Yep, Dan, yep. You can both get the 6 home, and you both win. So, and look at those prices, man.
That's fantastic.
Just great. So, anyone who had that,
yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. We love to help you, my friend. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. That's the point, and that's what Assiniboia is great for.
Yep, absolutely, and bring that double home. Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the 5 and the 6. Yeah, I liked the 6 on top in here.
Yeah.
I thought that horse made just a ton of sense.
He did, yeah, exactly. And this is an interesting. Let me see who I have on stable. I don't remember who I picked them.
Horse is 2 for 2 with Knights up. Gets Knights back.
Yes.
Back to the $3,000 level.
Yeah, I like Kitten too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Barry C. Look at this. Jimson Weed. He's in the stable duel. He took down Parks earlier. He took down Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Now look at that.
Trying
Great
to
job, Barry.
make it a triple crown on the day.
Yeah.
Love it.
I had one of the worst things happen to me. I was waiting in the airport for like 3 hours for my flight. So I said, hey, Parks has got a game. I'm going to put it in, right? I'm third with my last horse, and they scratched my horse at the gate.
That's always brutal.
Oh, the worst. Exactly. I was like, oh. So,
yeah. That's a tough one.
But great job, Barry. Fantastic day, my friend. Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. Good handicapping.
Yeah. Getting the 2 and the super beefed up. Yep. The super. Yep. Yeah, the last race scratches, but it's part of the game. We've all been on that one side of it, and then we've been on the other side. So,
right.
Exactly. So, so this race is claiming purse 10,500 for 3-year-olds and up. And Jessica, you said you like the 6, correct?
Yep. Yeah, that's my horse in here.
That's who I like. I like the fact this horse really. I mean, he beat nothing but a card at 3,000. You know what I'm saying? So, so already he can beat him. He's the 8-5 favorite right now. Obviously, with the 1 scratching, Blame It on the Brew is an excellent play for the stable duel players. But 7-2. Did anyone see this coming off?
Right.
Of a 20-1 morning line? I certainly did not.
No.
My second pick, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I was 6'4". I mean, it's not inventing the wheel there. And, Sean, if you played multis, would you prefer all scratches receive consolation payouts versus post-time favorite? That gets too tricky, unfortunately, Dan. I see your point, and I like that. But for big tracks with big money, that gets a little bit too complicated. You know what I'm saying? I think it's easier for them just to go to the post-time favorite because it makes their computer and their work much simpler. But I would not be against consolation payouts for sure. But it's just too hard with those. So much money, so many legs, it's just easier to go to the favorite. But I get the point, though. It's not a bad idea. It's just, unfortunately, it'd be too much work.
Yeah, I was 6'4", in here. I thought the 3 was a little interesting, especially like stable duel type horse at 10-1.
Yeah.
Just ran through his final condition at the $5,000 level last time out. Now goes down from $5,000 to open $3,000 claimers, which seems very reasonable as a move. That's probably a pretty lateral move. Only got beaten by 3/4 of a length when he faced CC's Kitten, which is the best that anybody has done in here against CC's Kitten. Blame It on Brew has never raced against CC's Kitten, but the other 3 have all been beaten by CC's Kitten, your favorite at even money on the outside. So I thought Heavenly Trip was a little interesting in here. I think CC's Kitten might also just get that leading trip, might get pressed a little bit by the 4. But that the 3 was kind of the trip horse, possibly, who sits 3rd, maybe 4th. The 5 has a little bit of early foot as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was 6'4", in this spot. The only question I had with the 3 was the distance. That 1 trip at a mile got beaten 7 lengths.
Yeah.
Did have a little bit of an excuse that he broke slow, was wide. So not necessarily that he couldn't get the distance, but wasn't his best effort. So a little bit of a question mark there with that for me. But I liked that the horse is coming in off a win. And I thought that the drop, little bit of a drop down from 5 to 4 made sense, or from 5 to 3. We got Alex in the house right at the wire.
Hey, Alex, how are you, buddy?
Thanks for checking in. Hope you are doing well.
Yeah, this is interesting. Again, another interesting race here, where you got the 6-5. He looks the best, but if the Ford challenge, if he gets some challenge up front, if he, is
There are things that could happen that could change things.
yeah.
Could make it tricky.
Is it just that all the money is on so few horses that the payoffs are better? I've been playing Saratoga only for the most part, and I hear that it's a sharp track. Genuinely, by rule, the horses at Saratoga are pretty good. And then the fact that the sharp money, what I'm saying, that they know basically at those levels who are good and who's not. What I'm saying, generally, but the payoffs are better when they don't run. So I mean, so sometimes you can on that one. Yeah, obviously the payoffs are better when the odds are bigger, but Saratoga has been known, especially on weekend days, it's the better horses running against the better horses, and usually they're more formful. So, but if you do get that bomb, then that's how much more you're getting paid because you just beat a very formful favorite.
Yep, and a group of handicappers, like you said, sharp handicappers, who generally the money is fairly accurate. The horse is getting play. It's because the horse has a chance generally at Saratoga.
Poor Dan has lost money every weekend playing Saratoga this meet.
Yeah, I did not do well.
It's been a tough one. Tim, I know Tim has not done a great job at all. Saratoga, he has had a very tough time. And the pick 5 here coming up, Zach, big, And
do we want to try a pick 5 ticket?
There you go. So if you have a pick 5 ticket, let us know who you like. Frank says the 2 is interesting with 4th race off layoff, rounding into form. And then Barry C says, I think the 2 has faced better, and this is really a lateral move off his last 3K win. The second longest shot in the field, I'm on the 2. So
yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and I guess that's why the 2 is 5-1 right now, because you guys you're making very valid and interesting points, and you got Braven, which does not hurt at all. Staying with them, that's definitely a vote, of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the horse's record at Assiniboia and at the distance are probably some of the best in the field. 5 for 9 at Assiniboia, 7 for 9 in the money at the distance. Yeah. And I mean, his races last year, if this race was happening on August, 19th of last year, this horse is the favorite, or at least second choice. Looking at like the numbers, she was running then mare here against the group of geldings. Yeah, I would not talk you off the 2. I agree about it's pretty much a lateral move going from 4,000 beaten claimers. So there were conditions there that might have been like a non-winners of a year or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. To open 3,000, kind of the same way that the 3 is taking kind of a move from the 5,000 non-winners of 4. The condition at a little bit of a higher tag makes a drop, but a reasonable one, not one that you make you go, well, why are they trying? Are they risking the horse?
Sure. Yeah.
So I think, I would not talk you off the 2 one bit.
Right. And Neil likes the 2, 3, 4 try box, so yeah, and Dan makes a very interesting point there with the takeout. Yeah.
Oh, and I did realize I misspoke. It was not last year. Maybe this is the problem. It was 2 years ago when Blame It on Brew was in that really nice form as kind of an allowance type horse at the track. Then was off all of 2023, came back this June. So hasn't really shown the same form, but did just get that win. Might be on the upswing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex asking, is anyone heading to the spa this weekend? Jessica just got back.
Yeah, I just got back.
And I just got back from Woodbine. So I will be watching the Travers from my house, relaxing. To anyone who's going up there, I love of everybody up there, but I will be watching from my house very happily.
Yeah, Thursday is one of those days. I've done it twice, but I was paid both times, and I was working in the press box, so I could hide from the crowds. I'm a fan of those Travers Day type crowds. So,
and it will be a busy one. Yep,
Mhm.
yep. And a great field this year. So
great race, great racing.
And that will be exactly. So 1 minute to go here.
This five has the bounciest little trot to him.
He does, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think there are a lot of sixes that make sense on the card tonight, Frank.
Yes.
Don't know that we have time. We've got to talking, so I think we'll pass on the pick five. But what kind of bet do we want to do? How are we going to try and make money in this race?
I'm trying to see that right
slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
losing. We all we need to do is hit
that one nice one.
Exactly. So
I mean, we're in agreement on the 6 here.
Yeah.
Our strategy of trying to make money with the favorites hasn't quite been working, but
no, exactly.
Once again, I mean, you have to bet what you think makes sense. Don't let the results of the previous races throw you off.
Yeah.
So I think we key the 6 somehow.
Yes.
I don't know what we do.
I was almost going to say exactly. You want to do like a $1 try key 6 over the 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
That works. Try $1.
Stephanie refuses to go to Saratoga. Yep, that's your right, my friend. Matt says, good luck, Frank. Barry C. Nice. I'll be going to visit my horses Wednesday at Saratoga. I'm a very small owner.
Who do you have a piece of? We'll have to root for them.
Yeah, let us know what horse you exactly. Even if it's a small piece, Barry, who cares? We'll root for it when we put in our stable duel and root for you. A win is still a win. It doesn't matter how much you have,
So we're just going to key the 6 on top, you think?
Yep. We're going to wait until the bigger races to kind of,
Yeah. That's a $6 bet. Six with the 2, 3, 4 with the 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let me see here.
286.
2 minutes to post. Here it is, Assiniboia. I'm just going to take this down just quickly here for a second.
Yep.
And then I will just make sure I got all the volume and everything correct. Yep, that's correct. That's correct.
Babies with Morley and Handel, some claimers with Falcone. Love it. Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trainers.
2 of my favorites there, bud. Morley and Ray Handel. 2 great friends of mine. You're in good shape, bud. Those are great trainers. Ray's been doing really good. I mean, how good, right? How good has Dylan Davis been? Mm-hmm. My God, is he just stepping up his game, huh? He won for Shug the other day. He's winning for Todd. He's winning for Ray. He's winning for good Lord,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Barry. 2 of my very favorites are Raymond Handel and Tom Morley. Consider them both very personal, good friends, and you can't go wrong with those guys. They A, love their horses, and B, are very good trainers. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's let's bring this back up here, my friends. Sorry. So again, as you see, here we go. 0 minutes to race. Look at the jackpot pick. 5 growing, 64 grand. Great job, Assiniboia.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got our little try hanging out. Yeah, Katie's also doing great with limited opportunities. She's making the
Katie's
most of them.
girl. Katie's my girl. I love that girl.
That's
What she does for the youth, you know, and the young girls of the future is unbelievable. You know, such a personality, goes out of her way. You know, she's like amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she does very well for Raymond Handel too. Both Davis siblings do very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to show how it's a small world, Dylan is represented by Mike Migliori, who is Richard Migliori's brother, and Katie is represented by Joe Migliori, his nephew. So
I was about to bring that up. That's
Next up, not a cat, but a card.
Someone I spent a lot of time with at Saratoga, Joe Migliori, great human also, and doing great with Katie. They've been great together the last couple of years now. I think he's been.
And now just waiting.
Also has Trevor, who's been doing very well at Colonial. Yeah.
They're all set.
Dylan brought a $54 horse home the other day.
All right, best of luck, everybody, in here with the third race.
Let's try to win this home.
And they're off.
Oh, a little tight there.
A little bump
From the
in there.
middle of the track.
There goes the 6.
Far outside, CC's Kitten quickly goes out and secures the front end. Side Street Dave will have to stalk from second. Not a cat from a card on the outside in third. 3 more lengths back to Heavenly Trip. And Blame It on Brew will be the early trailer. About 7 off the lead. CC's Kitten
25.
cuts the opening quarter in 25 seconds. Side Street Dave moving up on the outside and creeping closer to put on the pressure. 3 back. That's going to be Not a Cat, Not a Card. Another 5 more to Heavenly Trip. And the trailer still Blame It on Brew. 49 and 1 the half mile. And CC's Kitten has found another gear and has taken over by a length and a half. Back to second, Side Street Dave. Not a Cat, but a Card. Heavenly Trip coming with a big rail run.
All right, let's get this 6 home.
Yeah, let's get this 6 home. Come on.
3 is looking scary.
Come on, 6. You can do it.
Come on. Hang on. Let's hang on.
Yeah, hang on.
Get this 4 up here, third.
Yep,
we might actually do all right.
Inside the 16th.
All right, we finally got one home. We'll take that.
Good job.
We'll take what we can get.
We'll take it. Yep. And this is just playing the track, you know?
Exactly. Just we're putting money on every race just to have action. So this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the 2 just isn't the same horse she used to be, I guess.
No. And then there again in the 5-horse field, you know.
Exactly.
Number 6, CC's Kitten. As your race winner.
That was our play, Dan.
Yeah, that was a perfect ride, Frank. Exactly. He kind of let the 5 hang around with him and then just pulled right away and said, you know, bye-bye, you know?
7 furlongs.
Good job, Matt. Matt got the double. See, Matt?
Nice. Yeah. We'll see what that pays. I think it'll be pretty good with that 4.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. And Dream Trip for the 4 if good enough. Yep. I agree, Dan. The 4 had it all his own way. If he was the best horse, he could have won that. Yeah. 6 was much the best. Yep. No.
Yeah.
You're not going to close in on the 115. It's just that simple. There's just and again for those who are kind of learning, if you want to kind of learn the game, if you have a program, right? Save some of them and like make these notes. You know what I'm saying? That say 115 3/4 split couldn't close. You know what I'm saying? So and then maybe if you get that horse back, I'm just saying the 4 in a week or 2, and all of a sudden you see it's all of a sudden going 113, 112. You might say, okay, I'm going to play that horse tonight because they're going faster. Maybe he can close in, had no speed to close into,
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, $18.39. Woo!
For 20 cents.
For 20 cents.
Wow. That's nice. And here we were thinking that there wasn't any value in the early card.
Yep.
Proved us wrong.
Nope, exactly.
Now entering the winner.
No, Matt, we're not picking on you. Trust me. We're just saying,
I mean, I agreed with Matt, so I'm just.
I didn't. I was on that thinking exactly, Matt. That's why I was, but that's why you're exactly,
Little chalky. We'll see what it pays, but yeah, great use for formulator.
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
For the 7.5 furlongs.
Oh, let me shut him off.
5 and 4.
You can also use your Equibase stable as well. Which is free. Makes it is a great resource. They do have a limit on the number of horses you can put into it, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
20 cents try. 332. So we get that 5 times, right?
Yep. So 1660.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Yeah, we'll take that.
We'll take that. Yeah.
We'll take
tonight. Folks, we're not trying to break the bank. We're just trying to play. We're just trying to play in our,
exactly.
Trying to
let's back up just over even.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll take that. Yep. We're not trying to
no. Right. Yeah.
Might be able to do a little bit higher base wagers probably, but
yeah.
I
did tell them they did ask me, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny. They said, "Do you find anything wrong with our product?" And I said, "Yes. We still haven't been the VIP fan of the week." That's what I told them. I said, "Oh, every time we think it's going to be us, and our heart is crushed." and they had a big laugh. I said, "But I know you have to be there to do it, so I'm all good."
Exactly.
Maybe we can have and just have the other one present the trophy.
Can we? Should see if they can get us to name a race for us or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fun.
And I think, and Frank said 8 to 5 on that horse, I think was value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And
absolutely.
And even that exact $14.60, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, nah.
Good job, Dan. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Matt plays on Twin Spires, JRF, and Naira. Excellent. Which is great. So now we head to. Let me take this off so I can just get us to race 4 here for those playing at home. And another field of 6, but an interesting field here. Oh, the VIP of the night is Sandy Sexsmith.
Congratulations, Sandy.
Congratulations, Sandy. You are the VIP. Once again, we have been denied. But I think what I love about that is Sandy Sexsmith gets to present a trophy, which I think is really
really fun. Cool. Yeah, that's a really cool perk they have there with that.
Yeah, and exactly. And we have over 113 people join us. Thank you. Dan. Thank you for that, my friend.
Yeah, Dan mentioning that there are 26 people in the YouTube stream right now that have not liked the hit the like button on the stream. So
help us out, my friends. We love having you.
Give us the little tap on that like button. That would be fantastic.
Huge exact. I agree, Frank. Yeah. And so good job to everybody who was alive there. Well done.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Payne's pick still on top in stable duel. Still early though.
Yep. Gotta hold that lead.
Yes. Can he do it? That is the question.
Yeah, these payouts are doing great. Oh, congratulations, Dan.
Wow, Dan, that is
That's
no gloat.
awesome.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
no.
that
When you hit something like that, Dan, gloat. Exactly. Say, gosh darn it, I'm proud of myself. You know, that is amazing. You should be flying high. That is an amazing hit. Good for you. That is great. That is how you do it.
yeah, you should be absolutely have every right to be proud of that one.
Yes, absolutely. Very interesting. I don't know if anyone saw the husband of Mary Lou Whitney, very surprisingly, passed away today at
Oh no.
59.
Oh wow, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, yeah, John, he was a very nice man. And yeah, shocking. That was a great, great shock to many. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the uh, Whitney colors and going forward. Our thoughts and prayers definitely to his family and everybody associated with the Whitneys on that one. That was
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely a
It's
shock.
sad. Yeah.
I know by some means our good friend, I think you know her, Jessica Penelope Miller,
Yeah. Not
is
personally, but I know who
you're
she
right,
is.
right, yeah, exactly. Great friend of mine is actually related to to Mary Lou Whitney.
Oh wow, I
Her
had no idea.
dad is either a cousin or something like that. So yeah, so and when she performs in the Real Ryder Cup, when she rides up. She's always ridden in the Mary Lou Whitney colors.
Huh.
So yeah, so but our thoughts and condolences definitely to
Absolutely. To that whole
his family on
family.
a very sudden and unfortunate passing for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But yeah, so let us know who you like here in race 4. We got a full. We're starting to get a little bit bigger. We got to feel the 6 here, and again, you got 5 to 2, 5 to 2, 8 to 5. So the public again kind of taking a little guessing game here on who they like. Jess, who did you like here, my friend?
I liked the 6. The 6 was the type of horse that even at 6 to 5, if I did not play stable duel tonight, but this was the kind of horse I would base a stable duel around.
Yeah.
Taking this drop that was competitive for 7,500 last time out, has been reasonably competitive even at the allowance $10,000 level. Now in for 5. Everybody else has been kind of toiling at the level. Couple, the 1 and the 5 each just got beaten a nose at the $5,000 level, so they have at least a little recent form as the 2 horses you might look at underneath as the money is showing. But I thought the 6 on speed figures, on class, just made too much sense in here. And yeah, even money kind of feels about right to me.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is just yeah, to me that I'm right with you in this race here. This is race 4, right? Yep. Yeah, I just thought the 6 was very tough here too.
Mm-hmm.
From St. Pio, ballroom. Notice that last year, I don't know what happened to the Marvin Buffaloes, Vin Ballroom. You know, they're winning everything last year. I'm just seeing here who I have here on stable duel.
Frank loves the 5 in here, who dead heated with the 1 last time out, but has a little more speed. Could be, should be up front, I would think, along with the 6. Both of them pretty quick early types, but got claimed for 5,000 2 back by Tom Gardepy. Came back and ran a bang up race in a little stretch, a little bit of bumping in the stretch. Dead heated with the 1, got beat just a nose for the win in that race on August 5th. Comes back at the same level. Makes sense, definitely. I definitely, I get it. I do think for me personally, I'll take the dropper.
Yeah.
But I definitely see you on the 5. 3-1 is a great price. 7-2 on the 1 is a great price because all this money is going to the 6. And I mean,
Right.
those two in that race beat the 4 was 2 1/4 lengths back in that race, and the 2 is also coming out of that race was beaten 4 lengths in
Yeah.
there. So, yeah, I mean, the 6 is the new shooter. Everyone else has kind of been in the same sandbox, as you like to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been playing in this sandbox together. So we'll see how things go.
Yeah, this is an interesting. Frank even says, look at the 5, 3 races back, only 3 lengths back from Ratliff City, and
The 6 was 10
the
lengths behind.
6 was 10 lengths behind Ratliff City.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you could
That's a great point there.
exactly. The interesting thing about this race, though, and I will say this, Frank, is that was a mile. And I don't think that this horse really wants to go a mile. You know what I'm saying? Where the 5 lost to him at 6 furlongs. So the 6 to me is a little bit more solid at the 6, 5.5, 6 furlong thing. Yeah, he just quit, but he's faced better. And I think the mile, he had outside speed. He bid. He's just flat out tired, But he's not. I don't think this horse is meaning to be a mile, Exactly. So I would still say at this distance, the only thing that bothers me a little bit about the 6 is he's 0 for 9 at the distance. I know he's got his second and thirds, but he doesn't like to win. You know what I'm saying? So
that is a concern.
That is definitely a concern.
Multiple defeats as the favorite recently, multiple defeats by less than a length, which I don't necessarily like to see.
Yeah. And the interesting thing to me here is that the kind of the puzzling horse for me is the 2 at 14-1, and I'll explain it why. Chow 2 races ago got him second. Beat Big Ticket, and he came in 5th to finalize and that stuff. But it's just interesting to me that this horse is at least 3, 3, and 2 at the track at this distance. It's just an interesting. I'm not saying for a win possibility, but he has a good record. At least he's won multiple times at this distance. Where some of the other ones haven't. And I think that's just an interesting statement. He's the only one with 3 wins at this distance, So if for a possible underneath play, I definitely have him in stable duel. But I thought he was a very interesting underneath play in this.
Absolutely. And I mean, another horse who seems as though he does better with a little bit of racing in the year. If you go back to his form last year. 2 races back was beaten 5 1/4 by Moro Outlaw, who is the same horse that St. Pio, your favorite, is coming out of a race behind. Was beaten only a length and a quarter by that horse. 3 races back was beaten by CC's Kitten.
Yep.
So there's some familiar names that the 2 Chitin's been.
We've been seeing some winners here tonight that he's been facing.
Yeah, so. Heavenly Trip was that 3 horse in in that last race.
Yeah, so
and that was
That's why I said for an underneath play that 2 is not a bad play at all.
I would be happy to use that horse underneath in an exacta or a try.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not, I can see the 6 getting beat.
Yeah. Oh, he's 0 for 8, exactly. I just think he may have finally found the level that maybe he was trying to find all along, and maybe get the courage to do so.
I'm with you. I agree that although you could also argue that at Lone Star 5,000 was too tough for him.
Yeah, too tough. Yeah, that's what he doesn't like to win.
What is the comparison between 5,000 at Lone Star? You come into Assiniboia thinking, oh, this is a $5,000 claimer at Lone Star. Maybe this is an allowance horse at Assiniboia.
Yeah.
And this is a horse trying to find his level
Yeah.
at this track. So, you know, I won't hold it against him, but if you wanted a knock against him, you could make that case for sure. I really feel like 1, 5, 6 are the three. It's not particularly clever.
Right. Yeah. No, but I agree with you, you know. And the 1 is interesting that the Shine Bino gave this horse a really good ride last time, you know, because it looks like the 5 and the 6 may be the speed of this race, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they ding dong each other, the 1 is going to be right there with them.
That's the horse I think gets the trip here.
Yeah. Me too.
2 has a little bit of tactical speed.
You know what I was kind of leaning towards? See if my vibe here, right? I was thinking like a 1 over the 2, 5, 6. You know, like a you know, because the 2 could maybe close in for a piece underneath. You know what I'm saying? If the 5 and the 6 kind of go at each other,
if we key box in an exacta, I would be willing to do that. 1 with 2, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So that the 1 has to run first or second.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm a fan.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Because, you know, exactly. Because I think that 2 could actually be a player in this race.
Why don't we
at 14 to 1.
Why don't we get a little brave? We'll do it for $2.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
We've got 100.
We're doing good. We're fine. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to nickel and dime it. No. That's just my instinct as a human, as a gambler.
Yeah.
You know, I say it on stream all the time. I'm a handicapper. I am not a gambler.
Yeah. And as Don Rodriguez says, nickel and dime. Exactly.
So we'll play that.
Nickel and dimer.
12. Bring that down.
2 minutes to post.
Also, easy math with 102 in the bank.
Frank says the 4 closes better than the 2. And he may, but yeah. Yeah. The big ticket, yeah, he does close better. Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't had as good of races off the claim since the claim, at least speed figures wise. They're not that much worse, right. But they're just a little bit slower than the 1.
Right. And 2 races ago, Caton beat Big Ticket. He came in second. He came in third. So
last race he was beaten 2 1/4.
Yeah.
By High Rise in the Peg and Finalize.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable using the 1 as our key.
I think the 1 will be sitting on a dream. Yep. Bobby is an exacta box 6 with 1, 5. Danny H coming in with his pick 4. 1, 4, 5 with 5 with 4, 5, 6, 7 with 1, 3, 6. Bring it home, Danny. That'd be a great hit.
Absolutely.
Loved it. Everybody joining us here tonight. Always.
Yes, thank you all. We got 123 between Twitter and YouTube. So thank you all. And if you're over on YouTube, or even if you're over on Twitter, if you can pop up Trust the Prophets on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
This was 0 minutes to post.
Everybody else, let us know what you got in here.
1 looking definitely on his toes tonight, that is for sure. He's looking like he's ready to go. Look at that. On the toes. Feeling like Rubiano. or Juba if you're more in the common you're in the more common era. Barry C like 612 exact. There's some great comments by everyone. This definitely gives us all different handicap angles. Yeah. Oh, our pleasure, Frank.
And yes, and That's the best part of this is the being able to have the dialogue with the chat is the most fun part, and hearing how everybody else is, and that's one of the fun things about racing is we all have the same general information.
Yep.
But everybody's interpretation of that information can be so different.
Absolutely.
And it's so fun.
We learn just as much from you guys as we do on,
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what makes it so cool, is that we really learn just as much as, and which is great. And that's what's great about handicapping. We can all make each other, just because we're the hosts. This show is all about you guys just as much as it is about us,
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what's so great, is that when we first started out this show, Zach, I said, get the people involved, and that we love having you guys involved for sure, so.
Yeah,
the NH can't play the 6 at these odds. Yeah, that's why we 1.
Fair. Yeah, that's why the ones are key. It'd be cool if we could get, 2-1 home.
That would be fantastic.
Pretty nice. That would be pretty nice.
We'd be set. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Listen and learn. Yep. Tim says it absolutely perfectly, my friend.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. You hear, you don't let anybody talk you off a horse. Don't bet other people's opinions, but hear their and figure out how you can incorporate it into your own opinion.
Yeah.
And now just waiting on the 4-5 favorite, St. Pio to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off.
Rough start there for the 4.
Quickly from the outside, St. Pio, and finalize.
Yeah.
These two.
5 and the 6. I figured they would go out together.
Yep. And there's the 1 in the back. Although he's going to be an ass a little bit to keep up. Isn't exactly what you want to see.
No.
In a good position, 3 wide, big ticket, and high rise in the peg. Will be the early trailer.
Yeah, I'm not liking what we're seeing from our 1 here.
No. But that is quick. 23. That's quick for them up there.
1-9. All the late money on this horse. Oh, here comes the
1
though.
Come on, 1. Come on, strike the gold.
Had to ride him the whole way, but
yeah, come on, strike the gold.
He's coming. Let's get him on
top.
Come
on, strike the gold.
This 1-9 shot is running off. Come on, 1. Get up second so that we can at
1.
least get our
strike the gold.
Come on, don't give up.
The battle is on for second.
And he got
all right,
second.
Well,
got second. Third's going to go to big ticket, and 4th to finalize.
Boy, did they hammer that 6 down.
They found his level, but wow, 1-9. That's woo-wee.
Wow, the ADWs got involved there. Holy cow!
I mean, they were right.
They were right. Yeah, no, they cashed.
They were right, but gee, you got your 10 cents on the dollar. Congratulations. Yeah, that drop made all the difference here.
And he just dropped them like a stone.
And I mean, at that $7,500 level down to 5 was only beaten a length and a quarter.
Yeah.
And then before that was, picking up checks and being competitive enough for the $10,000 level. Back on July 3rd was beating a neck in a 10,000 allowance. So just had the class. And I mean, if you looked at the speed figures, if you're a buyer person, this horse kind of looked like that.
Yeah,
but I did not see him winning like that.
104. Woo. As Frank just said. All right. Good job, Neil. Neil's on the board.
Yeah, I mean, seeing a horse at Assiniboia go just a shade under 47 to the half.
Right.
Sub 59 for 5 furlongs and then just keep going.
Yes.
That's not the kind of thing you see.
No, not at all.
I think they might step back up next time after that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bring them back to at least the 75. I think you might see him in allowance after that. Back at that $10,000 level again, now that he's gotten some confidence here.
That
And
was
maybe Keplin's just
impressive.
figured him out.
That was an impressive performance.
They did drop in for him for 10,000. They spent 10,000 on this horse in that
Yeah.
July 3rd race.
I'm hoping
So
we
they
can
thought-
get $7 for our exacta here.
Yeah, that would be nice. We've got it for 2, but we really didn't need to go as deep as we did.
No.
We could have just
Done
6-1
1-6
box and
yeah, just hammered it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Let's take that off so we can get to the next race here.
all right.
Exacta paid $720. Boom.
All right, just enough.
There you go. See? There we go.
We'll take it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and
Oh wait, that was for 2?
yeah, it was for 2.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we did not make.
No,
we lost
no,
money.
no,
Never mind.
no,
that was not.
exactly.
That was not great. Yeah, we went too deep. Tried to get too cute. Also, did not see that horse going off at 1-9.
Yeah.
Really thought he was more of an even money type. But
Yeah.
all right. We'll take.
But
our
then again,
720.
and remember, folks, too. Here's the thing about these small tracks is that we made our bet with him when he was 6-5. You know, like all that stuff. Not 1-9. If we're maybe playing a little bit different if he was 1-9. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I did. Now I'm wishing I'd played Stable Duel after that performance because, like I said, this was the one horse on the night I thought I wrote. You can't see it, but I wrote SD Key next to this horse.
Wow.
This was the horse that I thought was the kind of horse you could take that money on, but I did not think he'd win like that. I thought open length was a possibility, which is why I thought he was worth the money in Stable Duel.
Yeah.
But wow, that was dominant.
Beyond impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was beyond impressive. Stephanie saying the 6 had 23K of the 32 win pool. Wow. Talk about, someone made a couple of dimes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Dime for every dollar.
Yeah, exactly. Good Lord. Man, put it in the bank and just invest,
Yeah. Yeah, this horse, the turn of foot at
Look
the
at
end,
this.
like Dan said,
he was just
after those
gone.
fractions, he just opens up on them. And you can tell they went fast because the one was picking up late. But
Neil, there is a way to access a weekly race form program. Yep, you can go on their portal and and they have like a thing where you can get their kind of program.
Their player portal. Here,
their player portal. Yep. Which is the best. Yep, right. She just Jess just put it so nicely in the thing, Neil.
Yeah, if you just go to asdowns.com, it's one of the top selections menu up there. You can get free forms, which is the greatest thing. I cannot stress enough how wonderful that is of Assiniboia Downs to give.
Yeah, their portal is amazing. Yep. Amazing.
It's one of the most frustrating things about horse racing and trying to get people into horse racing. And okay, you go sports betting. Last year I got into fantasy football for the first time, knowing very little. But all I had to do was go online and I had access to all of these stats, right in my fantasy football app. I could look at, how's the defense on this position for this team? How is this guy doing right now? How, what's going on here? And it was very intuitive and it was free.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, horse racing, not only is the form not the most intuitive collection of data points, but you have to pay, if you're at the track, you're paying $8 for your form before you're even betting any money.
Yeah.
So I love that Assiniboia Downs offers the program for free with free performances. Just an absolutely wonderful.
They really have something for handicappers of all levels, which I think is absolutely magnificent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $13 DRF at Tampa. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
exactly.
they're the highway robbery kings down there.
Okay.
You know,
And if you're someone like me who comes to the track thinking, I might spend 20, maybe on a bigger day, maybe I'll spend $50.
yeah,
Well, if I have a $20 bankroll for the night, well, now I have just spent over half of it getting the information that I need to spend my paltry $7. I got one
right,
exacta box, 3-horse exacta box in me. And that's
right.
all I get. All right, we
Yes.
got another heavy favorite here.
Yeah, exactly. So this is an interesting race here. I'm with Barry. I actually have in my stable doing this race. I actually have the 4 11th 9th Street, and I really want to know why this horse is 25-1. Zen Ballroot, Stephen Gaskin. The horse is at least done. Am I in the right race? Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
11
Yeah.
Ninth Street.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the 4th.
Yeah. I thought this horse was just an interesting horse here, just for a long shot point of view, because in his last race he just faded, but he actually won in the maiden 7,500 Dawkins. It seems this horse. There are some horses up here, and I've always wrote this note. It makes no sense at all. Good, bad, good, bad, and there are just some horses up here that just simply run good, and some horses run bad. And I said, well, the horse is back on his good form. So it's 24-1. Is he good enough to beat this group? I don't know, but I just thought that was interesting. 24-1. So I used him in stable duel.
All right.
But the 7 Widget Gidget coming in from has run one time at Assiniboia Downs and lost by 24.5 lengths.
Yeah. I
So,
don't even know what that track
Barry,
is.
I know they've won 4 times, but I don't quite know if wins at CPW and far are good enough.
North Dakota Horse Park.
So
Yeah, I can't do it. Not for me.
no. And here's a case again too, where for No Magic, right? No Magic was 4-5 in the morning line, and he's only 9-5 in the. So what are we missing here? And then you go look here in the 7th furlongs. Then you look at the 5 Emma Star, and it's Ryan Desjardins who's finally got a win now. He's won for 31. He'd really been struggling, and then.
So you tossed that last race on I'm a Star.
Yeah, and he broke exactly. Yeah, and but he has had some interesting. I don't see this 5 as like Antonio around
The
2.
5 is too short.
Yeah, I just don't like that at all. No Magic, cutting back from a mile, lost to Ice Storm and Wicked Block Built and Daddy's Edition, who all I think would be like 3-5 in this group. So
it's been getting beaten by a significant margin in these 3 races, but is now dropping in for a tag for the first time in his career. Went gate to wire in the maiden special weight company on debut. That was only on the 11th of June. Only horse in here to have broken his maiden, not for a tag. 15-way shake on that horse. I believe it. Everybody was trying to get a piece of that horse in that last race.
And if you remember, the 6 was claimed, not a shock. And if we remember Tim's thing, the non-winners of 2, what horse broke their maiden at the best level? And that would clearly be go to the 6 No Magic. Exactly, who won at maiden special weight. So
exactly.
I don't understand why the 5 is 3-2 for the life of me.
No, I mean the 5 is definitely the second choice to me in here.
Yes.
You do have excuses in that last race. And then if you do, then the horse is in good form, just got beaten second at this level, at this condition. soundly defeated the 2, who, I mean, was the 20-1 on the morning line, now 8-1. But I think it's 6-5 cold,
Yeah.
actually, in here. I kind of have trouble making a case for anybody else.
Yeah.
They all are coming out of that just oppose race behind Amastar. Devil's Time was the best in that one.
Yeah.
But was only a quarter length in front of the 3. And that's where the morning line, sometimes you get these morning lines that make you raise an eyebrow. With the 2 being 20-1 morning line and the 3 being 5-2 morning line, when the 2 beat the 3 by a neck.
Yeah.
In their last race, and was 2 for 2 prior to that. Viewers will remember this horse because this was the horse who he broke his maiden for a $5,000 tag, and then got disqualified, came back for 7,500, won again, and then came back at that 7,500 again and ran a decent little race.
Yeah.
Frank pointing out that the 5 could be Lone Speed. And you might have a point. I do think that he's the fastest early. But the 6 has races that he's not going to let them get away. They were fairly slow, but it's Assiniboia. They're all going to kind of be, went 24-47 on debut.
Yeah.
And Amastar is kind of doing 23-47 and 2 versus 47 and 4.
Yeah.
So Amastar definitely gets the lead. And then it'll be a matter of whether the class of the 6 is superior to the pace advantage that Amastar is going to have.
Right.
And then behind those 2, I mean, honestly, I almost think this is a race you skip from a wagering perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, okay, let's say it's 6-5 cold. Third, it could be anybody, because 6-5, what's that paying right now? Let's see. What's the probable here? 6-5 is $4. Interestingly, 6-1. Am I reading that right? 6-1 is the favorite in the exacta pool right now.
Wow.
For 3 is paying $3 versus $4 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 2 to the 8, or 35 to the 3, which is, I have no idea what's happening. I'm sure the pool is still very small.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, 24 grand in the pool at this point. Those are some bizarre payoffs. Just looking at the 4 and the 5 are the co-second choices underneath the 6 in the exacta. The 1 is favored underneath the 6 in the exacta. The 3 is the longest shot in the exacta by a obscene margin. This has to change, but that's bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, Justin, it's funny when you look at this race at 7 furlongs. I'm trying to see here.
Yeah, it's a race to play if you don't like the 6.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tom says, run, don't walk from this race.
But the Barry's got 6, 4, 5, 7, and 4, 5, 7 for me, and a small play on the 7.
Unless
5 loves to run second, though. Yeah, he does.
Unless my ADW is giving me wrong information, I am looking at exacta probables.
Night, Matt. Thanks so much for joining us, my friend.
I don't know what's
the exacta bulls at 2,200. Thanks, Def. Okay. I take a trifecta 6-3-5 and 6-3 all. Dennis Wood. $2.30 for 2.
Or the doubles.
Frank needs the 3-5-6 for my $4 pick 3. Dan H has got 6-5, $2. It says the 6-5, $2 exact is $8. See, Kurt's got a $10 try 6 with 3 with 2-5. And Stretch has got 3-5-6 with 1-5-6 with 1-6.
Yeah, Dan, I'm looking at dollar payoffs. So it's $4 on my screen because I'm looking at dollar payoffs. But why is the 1 favored underneath the 6, and why is the 3 paying 35 to 1? My ADW is wrong. All right. Keenan Select is doing me dirty, apparently.
I know, huh?
Giving me bad information.
And Frank is still alive to the pick 6 with 3-5-6 here.
I figured out what I was doing wrong.
What are you doing?
It didn't. It wasn't on the right race. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I drove 8 hours today.
Yeah, you drove 8 hours from New Orleans today. Exactly. We're hosting. We're hosting a little bit. Mind.
Wrong, and I don't know what it is.
Our minds are a little bit.
Something. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did say multiple times this can't be right.
Yes. Yeah, watch out! May get banned for disinformation.
Right. Oops.
Exactly.
My bad. Ugh.
6-1 is paying 38 per dollar. Thank you, Stephanie. Or 38 for 1.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense. Thank you all. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
Not at all.
Yeah. Like
Dennis
what's going on?
Dennis is gonna bet through Jessica Fair. Is that
right? Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. Long day. I'm ready for bed. It's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is my bedtime also.
It is, right, exactly.
Not Monday night.
Right.
This is my bedtime. So what are we betting here? Are we betting here or are we just skipping the race?
This is an interesting one. I would I was almost looking at just like a $2. What does 6-5 pay is exactly $8?
Yeah, now that I'm looking at the correct information. Yes.
Okay, and what does 5-6 pay?
5-6 is paying 9 or 18. 9 for $1.
Yeah.
We just do it. Just box them for 2.
Yeah. I'd say just do. You know what? We're up. Do a $4 exacta box.
We're not quite up, but we're not down too much.
We're not down too much. Do a $4 box. I like that.
Box 5-6.
Yeah, I like that.
That's an $8 bet.
Yeah, I like that. Yep. We'll get it right back. Sean, did you do River Downs at Woodbine? Very funny, Dennis. I honestly, tell you the truth, when I'm at Woodbine, unless I'm up in the press box, on the press box floor, where they have all the tracks on, like I'm basically, all my friends that a lot have horses in the races. I'm basically focusing on Woodbine. So I don't get to see a lot of Saratoga when I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't focus on the other tracks, which is, but River Downs definitely, we could have our own River Downs out there with kayaks and it would have been great.
That's what you said. They just needed to add some fish on the outside.
Yeah, and a couple of frogs and we would have been perfect. Exactly. Look at the 3. He ran in a few stakes races and made, and they thought something of him. Let's see here. Yeah, but that again, at this level, I'm always hesitant to go back like a year or 2. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were informed then and they're not now, I really don't think they're informed now. Versus that. Especially at this level to go back,
And the question is, were they thinking, oh, we have something of quality? Or were they thinking, hey, this race is a mile and an eighth. Maybe this horse just needs a lot of ground.
Yeah.
With that JW Sifton.
Now, this is interesting. Stephanie, you went up to Woodbine last year and didn't play a single Woodbine race, played all Saratoga. Why didn't you just go to Saratoga? Why did you go to Woodbine if you didn't bet a race, unless you like just watching the horses? That's just an interesting question. But if you love it up there and like watching the races, good for you. And I hope you did well there at Saratoga while you're up there. What did everyone think of Air Force Reserve in the last race?
What did I think of him?
Okay.
I thought there might be too much speed in here for him.
Yeah.
That was horse makes sense. Definitely a contender, but I was worried about the pace situation in that race with the 7 and the 2 and the 4 all kind of having a little bit of pace as well. He might be the fastest of them, though, to be fair. That race
Wow,
too bad.
nice stuff, Steph.
Absolutely competitive in here. Yeah, I don't love him, but I certainly would not argue against him.
Yep.
In
Oh,
that
in the
race.
last race, Air Force Reserve.
Yeah, that was a tricky race to me. I ended up on the 1. I thought he had the best form at the level, at the allowance.
Yeah. The thing I didn't like about them is that the jockey combo, trainer combo was 0 for 7. So they haven't quite hit with each other yet. But that could be the spot where it all turns around. What did I like in that race? I like my boy. That was the race I liked my boy Whitehall, I think. Yeah, Dare to Endure. Lisa Pruitt. Again, Lisa's coming late to the table again. Oh, here we go. We got 2 minutes to post here. This is where she came late to the table here. And I think she's going to be definitely the horse to beat in that last race. Even though it's Whitehall, not at 6 furlongs. I mean, not at 7 furlongs.
That is a good point, Frank, about him chasing no show, no call.
Yeah.
I was just that last race. What happened there? I guess we'll get to that race when we get to it. But
yeah.
It is an interesting horse, and that is a good point there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan thinks the 3 is sneaky to hit the exacta and try. I don't know if that's in this race or the last race, but
I think it's this one. I think.
I do think the 3 is, makes
4
sense.
to 1. Yeah, interesting.
But
I'm just gonna bring this up just quickly so I can get the sound correct here.
Yep, no problem.
And and then But I think this is an interesting race for sure.
All right, what's everybody got in here? Yeah, Dan was looking ahead to the last race. Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Oh, I was thinking the last race. Okay.
Yeah, since that was the
that makes sense.
Conversation. Dan and Frank both like Air Force Reserve in that last race.
Yeah.
Barry and Frank are both creeped out by the picture of Kurt with the Canadian cash.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Looking ahead. Okay, Dan. Thanks, but let me bring the back up here.
All right, heading to the track. We're doing pretty good on time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Assiniboia. I need it.
Yeah.
As evidenced by my.
Amen. Yep. I was on the Woodbine backstretch this morning at like 6:37, and then I flew home, and then
long days for both of us.
Yeah, but well worth it.
Absolutely.
Well worth it though.
Always glad. I told my fiance, like, we have to leave to make sure that we are home in time that I can do Assiniboia Downs tonight.
Any angles on capping synthetic races such as Woodbine? Generally, when you have a lot of rain, and you basically speed and inside at Woodbine. If it's raining a lot, speed and inside definitely seems to be the prevailing. So if a horse even a mile 16th can get out and get the lead, they're going to be very tough to catch. But in terms of synthetic, a lot. Do your homework in terms of who the synthetic sires are. Who likes it? Who doesn't? There are some that really stand out. If you do your homework on that, that will help too.
Absolutely.
No, they're not going to redraw. They're just going to be the same races, same numbers, same everything.
Dennis wants to see us fall asleep on stream. That was 4 a.m. on Breeders' Cup Saturday last year. That was you. If you wanted to watch me fall asleep on stream, that was during that 24-hour. It was more like a lot more than that. That was our marathon stream where I was on air for like 18 of 30 hours over Breeders' Cup weekend. That was fun though. I kind of want to do that again.
Yeah, some trainers reshoe the horse if it's going to be a rainy day. Yeah.
Yeah, Breeders' Cup stream was a good time.
That was, Frank. That was a fabulous time.
El Hombre got us kicked off for copyright infringement.
Well,
started listening to
hold on. It was not fun for one host who was supposed to be on at 6 a.m., got up early and then said, "Where did everybody go?" That was me.
I woke up and I panicked because I had a bunch of messages. What happened to the stream? Hey, the link's not working. I was like, it was my fault. I closed out because it was 5 a.m. and I was like, okay, I set the thing and now I'm going to leave. And I needed to keep my window up so that StreamYard would keep streaming.
Yeah.
Oops. All right. Good luck, everybody.
All set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the inside, Devil's Time shows some early speed, but I'm a Star a little bit quicker.
All right. 1 to 5. Wow. These ADWs are going nuts tonight.
Right.
That's it. Stop the race.
Right. Yeah. Right like that. That would work for us. That would be perfect.
Stop the race right now. We're fine.
Who's going to come from behind in this? Oh, wow. He's got a big lead for how
what is he doing?
Going. He's not going that fast.
Yikes.
Use him. Let him.
Yeah.
Use your speed. That's your weapon.
Is up now by 7.
Still under wraps doing it like that too. So
yeah, this is good.
Frank,
yeah.
You said it, Frank. Lone speed and
I no, absolutely. Yeah.
Company a little bit, but
starting to rev it up.
Early money might have been the smart money here.
Yes.
49 second half mile. And
yep, it's speed versus class, as we talked about.
And here we go. Come on.
Get the edge.
Come on, 6. Go get him.
No, 6 doesn't.
No. Just stay second. I mean, just stay second. Yeah. Uh-oh. No, don't go get him that way.
Hasn't changed leads yet, though.
Oh, no.
16th of a mile to go.
Class.
The favorite, No Magic, is going to win by a length and a half.
Did he ever switch leads?
Star in second.
I was hanging on that left lead coming into the stretch. But yeah, just too much. Just too much there from the favorite.
Yeah.
Again, that drop from the being competitive for the $7,500 now dropping down to $5,000 versus or was that this race? That wasn't this race. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was No Magic. That was the other 6 horse. But yeah, the class of this horse dropping out of allowance races as the one who had broken his maiden for 19,000 as a maiden special.
Yeah.
Third to number 1, Jackie's Thunder, and fourth, number 4.
At least we got 1 to 5 on this winner instead of 1 to 9.
Opening quarter 25 and 1. The half 49 seconds. 6 furlongs, 116 and 1.
What is the exact to pay? 6.5?
We'll find out.
Hey, look at my Ford, 50 to 1. Fourth.
There you go. Yeah, that's a dual.
I actually did it. True story. I did a $2 trifecta 654. I was so close. Remember, I started with the 4, saying I don't know why.
And I thought you were crazy.
Yeah, because he goes good, bad, and this was the good cycle. So, and he almost got third. He almost got third.
Ran a great race at 50 to 1.
So he keeps
rolling along with that pattern. The question is whether fierceness, speaking of on and off patterns,
Yes.
Fierceness this weekend. He's due for an off.
I am absolutely 100% tossing Fierceness. I am not. This is too short. He loses too much weight. When he's got 8-9 weeks off, there is not a horse in this country, including possibly Dornoch, who can. I mean, he just runs his race when he's 8-9 weeks. This is too short, right? For me, he's on the outside, which is at least good for him. But I think it's going to be a complete toss. And I think until somebody gets in front of Dornoch on a New York track, I am not
fair enough
going up against him. You know,
yeah.
Someone gets in front of him at the line, no.
And he's so gutsy.
Yeah,
that horse is dead game.
Now, my favorite lady, right? She's going to be the wild card in here.
Yeah,
she's got to improve her figures. You know what I'm saying? She's got to improve her figures to be up with them.
And she's going to be overbet.
But now here's the question I have, and I think it's a very valid one. I was actually saying this at a forum up at Woodbine. Okay, her numbers aren't as big as them, right? But have they really had to use her at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like she's done what she's had to do versus the girls with ease. You know, what if she? You know, what if she actually does put it all out? You know what I'm saying? You know, will she run a huge number? She could. You know.
Yeah. If she's
that's what I'm excited about.
Competition, she's only been racing against the clock. She's been so much better than everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But Sierra Leone, how can you? I cannot use. How many excuses can this horse have?
He finds trouble.
You know, it always finds trouble somehow. Now, if I'm smart, if I'm Sierra Leone, stay on the rail. The last time he stayed on the rail and he actually ran straight. If you go around the outside, he goes in, out, and then that paddle starts taking over.
Can't lug in. The way to go is the rail.
At least keep him on the rail, you know?
All right.
So we made money.
$1.
$4.90. There you go. So we actually made money.
$9.80.
There you go.
We'll take it.
Look at that. Oh, I wish my 654 had come in.
Right. Not a terrible try at all for 20 cents.
No, not at all. No. 650, but not a bad. Yeah. Yeah.
And congratulations to our August 12th Las Vegas Challenge Handicap Tournament. Top 3.
Turn that off there. Yeah, that pace is going to be an interesting setup. Do you have a favorite in the race, Jess, that you're?
Not yet. I haven't had a chance to really handicap it.
Yeah, me neither.
Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Torpedo Anna. Yeah. But I think that she's going to get a lot of the sentimental money.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to be a bad bet for the reasons you mentioned. Her figures are not on par with the group. Yeah. I lean Dornoch just from what I know about the horses. Yeah. Just, you know, Batten Down's been a little bit interesting, but I think let me pull him up real quick before I get to talking with my half asleep brain. Yeah, I mean, Batten Down's been a little interesting, but you know, I don't know that I want him. He's a horse that I think could figure underneath. Just, you know, if something silly happens.
Yeah.
But he reminds me a little bit of his brother.
Yes.
Tacitus. He's a little bit, you know, I think that as kind of as Dennis says, he's met his match. As the competition gets higher, I think he's still going to keep being right there. Like he was behind Sierra Leone and Fierceness in the Jim Dandy. But I think he's going to continue to do that, to just kind of be right there, pick up checks in these big races. Yeah. But yeah, no, Dornoch, I think, is who I'm leaning toward, just without having looked at the past performances. And sometimes, you know, you think you know what you think about a race, and then you see it like on paper, and it kind of makes your brain conceptualize it a little differently.
Right.
So especially like for me, like pace, I need to be able to, I need the running lines in front of me. But I, you know, off the top of my head, I don't think anybody beats him to the lead. I mean, Torpedo Anna from the rail might have to kind of go.
Yeah, yeah.
So that could be an interesting
Dynamic
back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 6 is the lucky number of the evening tonight.
Yeah, I know. Notice that, huh?
Although I liked the 6 third best in here. I liked the 5 on top in this race because I thought the 5 was going to get to the front. And I thought that the claim made a lot of sense here for Gittins, who's 17% off the claim. Claimed him off Delarond, but kind of similar win percentages for the barns, so I'm not too concerned about that. What else did I like about this horse? I think that was mostly it. Did get beat by the 6 last time, but my big angle was mostly just first off the claim, going that half a furlong shorter, back to where was more competitive in those last 2 at the $75 and $5,500 levels.
Yeah.
And then the 7's the dropper in here, but was beaten 15 1/4 lengths last time out.
Yeah.
Prior to that, though, 1 for 10,000, allowance company by a length and 1/4. So I was 5, 7, 6 in here.
Yeah.
I get the 6. The 6 has a great record at the distance, as does the 7. The 7 is 6 for 8 in the money at the distance, and the 6 is 4 for 6 in the money at the distance, and coming in just in really good form at the level. Won at this level at this exact condition 2 back, and then got beat half a length last time, going just a little bit further. But I thought that the pace was going to set up to where the 5 might be able to hang on a little better than last time.
Yeah.
Did manage to get away with 50 seconds to the half, so maybe not good enough. But as a price play, I thought the 5 was a little interesting.
Yeah, me too. I actually have in my stable deal 7 for 12 in the in the money, at the distance. So at least he shows an affinity,
Mm-hmm.
Frank's got 4, 6, 1, 5 here. Exactly. There we go. And Dennis actually joined us last week and made a profit for us.
Nice. Well done, Dennis. Thank you for picking up my slack while I've been away.
Exactly. And let's see. Yeah. So this is an interesting race here for sure. The one's cutting back from a mile. It seems interesting. I've noticed this more and more. Some horses here like 7.5, but don't like the mile, or vice versa. It's almost like a Gulfstream effect, where like there are some horses at Gulfstream that love a mile, and then other ones that don't. They like the 7 furlongs, but not the.
You wouldn't think the 16th of a mile would make that much of a difference, but
I know, but it does.
It does.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is an interesting race here because you're like Westover. I mean, Westover has just run 2 very solid races.
Yeah, great form.
In great form, and even in the question is, does he get the pace? What I said is, where does the pace come from?
And that's where I ended up with the 5 on top.
Yeah, me too. That's where I thought too, because everybody comes from behind here except the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Does the 5 try another, move on the front there? Let's just try to go all we can and then see,
Yeah, that was kind of my thought with that horse was, I got beat last time and did kind of get away with pretty soft fractions, 25 and 1, 50, 115. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. Dennis does point out that the one kind of scent was pressing the 5 in that last race. Yeah. And Dawkins does get the call back for the mount. So
right.
And ends up on that horse after riding the 7 Frisco Kid in his last 3, which is a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought the 7 does have a little bit of foot.
Interesting. Both Stretch and Kurt use the 5.
They both liked the one.
Speaking of Woodbine, look at the one. Bossy Holiday, Carl Anderson, Daryl Dawkins, former Woodbine, trained by Josie Carroll. And this horse just did not like Woodbine at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was owned by Dallos. Did not like the track at all. Seems to have run a little bit better here. But that's the thing I don't like to see, by the way, is I know it's a mile and you're cutting back a little bit, but you finally find the right, you like to say, the sandbox people in the right sandbox, and you still give way. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, you know?
Yeah.
Your Dawkins gets the call back, but as the favorite, you still couldn't even stay up. You know what I'm saying? And again, Frank, there's another thing where he's running against much tougher, but it was on poly track, which he probably didn't like. And but then he comes down to this level, and I just don't like the way he gave way last time. You know, maybe he's the best horse tonight, but I just don't like the way the one gives way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, another knock against the 5 is that the 5 was actually the favorite in that race. Let's see, the 1, 2, 5, and 6 are all coming out of that captive kitten race.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping the price is right, you know.
On which one?
On the 5.
Yeah, I think the 5 could do what Frank thought the 5 was going to do the last race, which is try to get out and just go, you know, and hope that nobody else can close if he's just all by himself, you know, because I don't really see anybody, you know, getting.
No one's going to gun for it, I don't think. As Dennis pointed out, the 2 was sitting half a length off him, or the 1 was sitting half a length off of him in second in that last race. And the 7 does have some speed. To go back to.
Yeah.
And speed against tougher, which is key, I think, with the 7 is the 7. The 7 to me is the class of this race.
Yeah.
Coming out of those races. That last race, hard to make an excuse for. It was tougher than the $10,000 level.
Right.
He stepped up to 15 and got beat 15 lengths off a win at the 10. But now drops in for a tag. $7,500. So, and I think that makes sense. Honestly, the more I'm looking at this race, the more I think I prefer the 7 to the 5.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, this is
it's a tough little race.
This is a very tough race. I mean, the 6 clearly will be coming. We know that. You know, the 4 is dropping down.
Yeah, the 4 is also dropping, but hasn't been running as competitively in those races as the 7 was.
Right.
Would be my argument against my
reasoning. No, I agree.
The 7 over the 4. Although now we have 3 co-favorites at 5-2.
Yeah, and now we go from if anyone likes the 1, Dawkins either got kicked off the 7 or picked the 1 over the 7. Which makes you question that too.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. Is that what are the jockey trainer stats on that? Has ridden for Carl Anderson 28 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if there's a way I can't look up how much he's ridden for Delarond, but would be interesting if someone has the ability to look that up. That would be an interesting thing to look at.
The 9 times he's won. He's 11%, so he's 1 for 9.
Well, that's Patterson with Delarond.
Oh yes, yeah.
I was talking about is Dawkins, does Dawkins ride for Anderson more? Was kind of my thought process of wondering whether that was, hey, I think this horse is the better chance of winning versus, hey, this is a loyalty thing.
Yeah, I mean, like as Frank just pointed out, if this was Golden Gate, the 4 would be a strong favorite, but
Mm-hmm.
a synthetic knot, you know?
Yeah. Hasn't done that race second time at Assiniboia behind Mr. K and Totalizer earlier this year was plenty. That would win this. But
Mhm.
hasn't really been able to duplicate that effort in 4 tries since.
Yes. Yes, Dennis, they all look like horses. It's amazing. They all look like horses, and they are horses. It's amazing.
I didn't look. Oh, see, now that's interesting. Thank you, Dennis. 35% from 17 mounts.
Yeah.
Dawkins with Delarond. So versus
Thank you,
14% from
Dennis. Yeah.
28 mounts with Anderson. So that is an interesting angle. If you put stock into thinking that, the jockey's picking the horse he thinks has the best chance of winning,
Yeah.
then maybe you like the 1 over the 7. Has gotten bet down off that morning line of 8-1 down to 9-2.
Yes, no doubt.
How are we going to bet this race? If we could go a dozen different ways and still not hit it.
Very carefully. I mean, this is I kind of like the outside 3, the 5, 6, 7.
Those are my 3 tops.
Yeah, you want to just do a $2 exacta box 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think in a race like this, boxing makes sense.
Yeah, Neil's hoping we win too because he's got 5, 6, 7. So let's get Neil home here too. Yeah, 4 second time Lasix, Frank. Yeah. I just think this 5 could get out and try to steal it and be brave.
Mm-hmm. What did our last? I forgot to update our bankroll after our last race.
We did hit. We won.
We did the exacta for $4.
Yeah. No, it was more than that. Let me see here. Hold on a second.
What did we? Well, we paid it for a $4 base wager.
Yeah, we bet 8. We bet 8.
Yeah, so it was $4. So we made $9.80 back.
Yeah, it's $1.80. Yeah, we won.
And then we're minus 12 puts us at 83. Yeah, all right. That's what we got. Frank's alive in the pick 5, needs the 6.
Yeah, come on, Frank. Bring it home, baby. Adjust the sound here. 6 getting bet down here.
Dennis is going to box 175767.
Yeah.
Double will pays are good. Love to see that. Yeah, these last two races are tough. For as formful as the first 5 races looked on the day, these last 2, you could make cases. You could go a lot of different ways. Oh, I've lost focus. All right, well, no loss for y'all. All right.
Or, as our good friend Mr. Schmidt would say, Kurt would say, it's a doozy.
Yeah, a doozy indeed. I'm going to see if I can get my camera to refocus. Hold on one moment. I'll be right.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. And bring this up here, folks. There we go. And we got the 1 horse best finish this year at 4th. Yep. Lowest double is $24. Good luck, Frank. Dan's got an exacta key box 5 with the 4, 6, 7. Dennis is going to exacta box 175767. He likes the 7.
Lowest double's $24 if you can hit it. If you can string these last 2 together, you're looking at some money.
Yep. I do think if this 5 can get out to the lead, he could be tough.
I'm with you.
And
I like in the last.
look at this. Frank has got the first half of the double. He's going all 6.
All right. You're alive
Love it,
going into the
Frank.
last.
JG Funk is a 7-5 exacta straight.
All right.
Dan H has the exacta key box, the 5 with the 4, 6, 7. Yeah, the double pays are all very high. Exactly. Yep. Coming to the last race here on the last minutes before postage, you say? Yep. Coming up to the late double. Yep. The doubles are definitely the way to do it. Heading to the line. 2 is a little bit out of place there.
I liked the 1 in the last, so I think I'm going to throw a little dollar double 5, 6, 7 to the 1.
By the way, I will tell everybody I stayed in the new hotel at Woodbine. Oh my God. I had a room right on the track, like where you could watch the workouts in the morning. Amazing. It was like you were in Dubai. The rooms are fantastic. If anyone has a chance to go up there, go up and definitely stay in it is definitely worth it once.
Sounds gorgeous.
Try. Yeah, exactly. You cannot beat it. You can just roll out of bed in the morning and there's beautiful, beautiful horses working out right below you.
That's cool. Not having to get dressed to go watch morning workouts. Love it.
Huh?
Not having to get dressed.
Yep. Not at all. Nope.
The Oklahoma track to go watch
You can sit right in your chair and,
just sip coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
Not bad, Barry. It's like 300 Canadian, which is like 230, something for, but the ambiance and everything, the rooms are great. The beds are nice. The beautiful showers, It has the feel of Dubai, I said, Dan. I said, it's not Maidan. I didn't say it was Maidan. I said, it has the feel like you're at Dubai because you're high and you're looking at all the track right on the, so. All right, Dennis, keep it clean, everybody.
you know what I meant, Dennis.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
We have,
get this down. Yep.
Showing speed in the middle of the track. That's going to be Rydom. But on the inside,
50 to
Courageous.
1.
What is he doing with the 5?
And now will take over by 3/4 of the line.
What was he doing with the 5?
The Frisco
Not going to the lead.
No.
I can tell you that.
No, he was holding them back like he was going
to. Rydom to the outside, now moves up to 3rd.
Not letting him run.
No, what? He's got a real hold on him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was a trainer instructions or something. Who knows? But
Yeah, exactly.
not what we expected to see.
No.
1 ended up as the 3-2 favorite.
Yeah.
Hugging the
Huh.
rail in second. Here comes
All right.
Rydom.
That's a little bit of a buzzer. Okay, well.
49 into the half mile.
You're fine, Dennis.
Westover also starting to get motivated. Then it's back to
Oh, come on, guys. Here
All
we
right.
go.
5-6.
Come
5-6.
on. We like this.
Top
Get
of the
out of there, 1.
Get this. Yeah, get this 1 out of here.
Get out of there, 1. Just sit
Now,
back
apparently,
there,
what he was
1.
doing with the 5 was the correct
Yeah, have a
thing.
popsicle. Have a popsicle there.
What do we know?
Come on, 6.
Come on,
Keep
6.
going, 6. Keep this 6 going now.
Keep 'em going.
Come on now.
Oh,
This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about
There
right
we
here.
go.
Wire to wire. Goodbye. Thank you
Well,
for
not wire to
playing.
wire, but better than wire to wire.
Yeah,
because he
all
won.
right. Boy, did he have a ton of horse.
Yeah, we were criticizing, but apparently that was the right thing to do with that
I
horse.
guess so. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that was the difference maker. Maybe
Yeah,
this horse
exactly.
isn't a speed horse.
No, exactly. We just hit the exactly. And that 5-6, I believe, pays.
I played that one on my own too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was an awful ride or a genius ride.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
No,
The
he
early
was
one,
clearly that was
didn't
clearly
bite.
instructions.
You
It
would think
looked
so.
strange, but he got the job done. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
he clearly had a lot of horse under him. You know,
Yeah, that's a reasonable point.
yeah, no, exactly, Dan. I think you're right. Yep.
Number 7, Frisco Kid.
Yeah, it worked, so it looks genius.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, we'd have been here like, well, what was he doing on the 5?
Yeah, and our exacta. Yeah, no, it looks absolutely right. Yeah,
That'll pay
looks
all right.
genius now, Frank.
Hopefully.
And our exacta pays $24.
All right,
25. So boom,
we'll take that.
can't be bad.
25
at
for
that.
2.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
24 for 2. Not bad.
We'll double our money.
Yeah,
Picking it up here at the end of the card.
we are. Yeah.
We have not been structuring our bets the best way, I feel like.
No,
We've-
that has
we've-
been our downfall.
We've been cashing them,
Yes.
but we haven't been making money on them.
Right.
But this one we
yeah.
did. This one we doubled our money.
Yes, we did. Yep. Yep. Considering our brains are on like Friday, we're actually doing pretty good.
Right.
No, I think also too the doubles and everything. He was low, you know, so he looked. Those things help too. If you look at those things, and the 5 was right there with them, you know. I don't think we handicapped the race wrong. I think we handicapped it right, but you know.
Yeah, he had been close, and especially if you go back to last year, he had a
Yeah.
couple where he was very much like his win last June 28th wasn't quite gate to wire,
Yeah. Yeah.
but was close. He did win. His win for 4,000 on the 18th of June was coming from 3.5 off though.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the move for this horse is better going a little bit off. Timeform had him as the highest early pace as well, along with the 1.
63% of stable duel had the 1. Wow. That's probably why I went down to 3-2.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at 8-1, horse makes sense.
Yeah,
3 to
right.
2?
But I'm saying, but 3-2, I did not see at all.
I didn't see that.
At all.
We didn't even have him in our exacta. So
No.
I think it worked out for us.
No, exactly.
Rydom is a dark bear, brown gelding, 7
There you
years
go.
old.
Good job, Rydom.
Out of the mare, Cupcake.
24.60.
Nice job.
By the
All right.
Only winners in the Assiniboia.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, that was my problem. I jumped from the Monday Night Lights bankroll to the Cocktail Lounge bankroll. That's why it was lower than I thought it should be. Hold on. We're doing better tonight than we thought, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought that was
Look, it's one of those nights, isn't it?
right. Exactly. It's 11 o'clock. We've both been exactly
24.60.
traveling.
All right. This should be right.
Yeah, we'll take that off there.
Let's do the Monday Night Lights bankroll. Also, I have the wrong date on it. I never updated the date. Batting 1,000. All right. Hey, but we're up.
We're up, and that's all that counts.
Yeah, that's a great point, Frank. A lot of times you have horses who will kind of fall asleep on the lead. They'll wait on horses. They'll lose interest, and they do better with a target in front of them to chase.
Yeah.
JG Funk has Kentucky Jake in their virtual stable for reasons unknown.
Yeah.
All right.
And that back up.
See what we got going
Okay.
on here. Did a very small double to the 1 in here because that was the horse I liked on top.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Did get beat by Air Force Reserve 2 back.
Yeah.
So totally understand. I know Frank and I think it was Dan was also very high on Air Force Reserve in here.
Yes, they were. Yeah, and he had the all there. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So Frank's alive.
Frank is definitely on the bandwagon for the 6 here at 7-1, no doubt. At 7-1, field of 7.
Yeah. We discussed a little bit earlier, but yeah, despite the deluge, still had a good time at Woodbine, Sean.
Yeah. You know what? I always tell my friends this, and I even put this on Twitter. If I'm going up to Woodbine and I get to see most of my racing family, it's a fabulous trip. The Queen's Plate and the King's Plate or whatever I'm going to see is just a cherry on the sundae. As long as I get to see them and spend time with them, I've had a fabulous trip. So even though it was unfortunate about the King's Plate, still had a fabulous trip seeing everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was there for the Saratoga Special and Showcase. That was an impressive display of maturity from that horse in the Saratoga Special. That's 2 weeks ago now.
Yes, yeah.
But got kind of stymied on the rail and made room, and not in like the IRAD bullying his way out.
No, exactly. Yeah, the Pletcher horse. Yeah,
but waited for room. Waited as soon as the gap appeared. IRAD got him through it, and for a horse to do that in his second start as a 2-year-old, super impressive. He's out of a full sister to Volatile and a son of Uncle Mo. So, and you know, for those of you who follow my pedigree deep dives, I did Showcase this week. Earlier today, I did a post on him. He actually comes from the same female family as Indian Charlie, the sire, of course, of Uncle Mo. Yeah. So this is another great example of, if you follow my work, I talk a whole lot about line breeding to the tail female line.
Yes.
Because that mitochondrial DNA is the one constant in a pedigree, is that you know that a horse is going to have the same mitochondrial DNA as their female ancestors going back through the duration of the stud book, with a couple of exceptions where there have been errors. Right. But genetically, if it's correct, it's the same thing. And we know that nuclear DNA interacts with mitochondrial DNA. So you think that because Indian Charlie was a brilliant horse, you know that Indian Charlie has DNA that interacts well with his mitochondrial DNA. So now you're breeding a son of Indian Charlie back on that mitochondrial DNA. And it seems to be working out. Now, how far does Showcase want to go? How sound is he going to stay? Those are legitimate questions.
Yes.
But I think he's a very legit horse to keep an eye out on. A lot of talent there. So what do we got in here? We have 3-1 favorites in the 3 and the 4 right now. What were you thinking? What were you thinking in here?
I love the 4. Dare. Antonio Whitehall. How many times do you get your Sheetas up here at Assiniboia? Not many.
Yeah.
And this horse, Whitehall, first time inside move, 1690. That was when Lisa Pruitt couldn't win a race if she tried in the early portions. August 6th, this horse comes back very impressively on the lead. Duel between leaders, still held on. 13 points in a buyer at this track is a very big jump with only 2 races. These other horses have had a lot of chances here, to win. I know the 5 has been a little light on the wins, but the Air Force Reserve obviously has a real chance here. But I just think this 4 out of Yoshida for Aronson Farms is one of the best. I think this horse is clearly the horse to beat.
Fair. Yeah, absolutely. I can't argue with that there. I decided to go with horses with a little more experience, but I definitely respect the idea that, this is a horse who has not learned to lose. We've got horses, this is a non-winners of 2 lifetime. Every horse in here has only won 1 race, except for the 3, Kentucky Jake. because he has that win against state breds. At least I assume that's where the condition
Yeah.
he gets a wave there for that
That's
$7,500 non-winners of 2 that he won to start out the season, but hasn't done a whole lot. Didn't do much in that last race, at least.
Right.
But was in a race with McKeag, Del Vecchio, and Prairie Drifter, who are all very good. So you can excuse that last race, I think.
Oh, for sure.
I know someone had mentioned Kentucky Bear in the chat, and I mean, it's a very reasonable angle. This is the only horse in here with multiple wins. This is the only horse that has beaten winners. Right. So, and it has gotten bet down from that 8-1 morning line down to 7-2 now at this point. And Curtain Stretch are with Frank and Dan on the 6 Air Force.
Yeah, they're all loving the 6 at 6-1. Jeez.
And I mean, if he runs back to that race 2 back, if you just say, hey, last race, put a line through it. Maybe he went too quick early. Makes a lot of sense. Probably speed of the speed in here.
Yeah.
Quickest early. But I think there's a lot of speed in here.
Yeah.
And that's my concern on quite a few of these. That's my concern about the 4. That's my concern about the 6. I think that the 7 and the 2 also are horses who are going to want to go up to the front early, which is where I thought that the 1 might be able to be the one to get the job done with a little bit of pace. In that race where he got beat by No Show, No Call and Air Force Reserve, he was 8 1/4 lengths back at first call, hoping he could be a little bit closer than that here. Yeah. But I think he'll get the pace to run into. He didn't get it last time. So that's kind of my hope with the 1. Definitely get the case for the 6. Horses scary, and 5-1. You've got to be salivating at those odds, you guys, because 5-1 is so fair on that horse.
Yeah, we have like 40% of the chat liking it. We have both of them liking it. You know, which means if he acts like a duck and is like, why is he not a duck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
Barry's got 165. 5 is also coming out of that No Show, No Call race. Did breaks maiden for 20, 2 back.
Well, he looks like a Yoshida.
Oh, yeah, the 4 there.
He does look like Yoshida. Ooh.
Same color.
Yeah, Warfront, grandson of Rubiano.
Son of Air Force Blue. Out of a read the footnotes mare.
Yeah, Barry threw a flyer on the 5.
All right. The 2 is coming out of some pretty dang good races, but got beat 29 lengths last time. So a little bit of a concern there. I think that this horse will show speed, has shown speed both times that Buddha was up. In these last 2 races. But I mean, is taking a drop in class, but hasn't shown anything in 4 starts at Assiniboia Downs, 6 starts this year. Probably a pace factor at best. And going up from a 3-1 morning line to 7-1 makes sense with that one. JG is sticking with the 3, sticking with the horse in the stable mail. Yeah, absolutely.
And right now we got in the $6 game, we got Pat Quayle in the lead. We got Libations in the Riders Up. Tim in 4th place. We got Spin in 8th. We got Libation Stables. Where did our friend go? Jimson Weed, Barry in 14th. Payne's Picks in 19th, but has 2 horses here, so that could switch around.
Yeah.
Smurf on the Turf having a little bit of struggle tonight, 27. Papa's Picks at 22.
A lot smaller fields in Stable Duel now that they've taken away the free game.
I know.
Shame.
Yeah.
But fewer people to beat if you jump into the $6 game, or I think there's only 8 people in the $20 game.
Yeah.
Which means only the top 2 make any money in that one.
Yeah, the 2 is interesting. I saw the same 2, 0% cutting route to sprint.
Yeah, that too. And that
What I
is
like,
quite the cutback.
yeah, exactly.
Coming out a mile and an eighth, which might as well be a mile and a half at Assiniboia.
The other thing too here is that I also looked at the doubles and all that stuff, and the 4 is pretty competitive in almost everything, with the 6, with the 1, with the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So someone clearly thinks this 4 has a chance.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I think the 4 does make a little sense. I don't love going from the maiden to the allowance, but also they think they don't want to lose the horse, which it's got to be a vote of confidence that they think they have a horse. They did spend 25 grand on this horse at OBS April sale as a 2-year-old. Got him to the races this year, so they think, it's not worth putting this horse in for the $7,500 tag or whatnot.
Yeah.
So they're gonna see how he fits.
And Whitehall sticks for the 3rd time, which I think is
that's
also
a vote of
another
confidence
big plus. Oh, look at that! He doesn't even need an outrider. That's how this
strong, independent gelding that don't need
exactly.
No
He's like, I'm a Yoshida baby. I don't need an outrider.
Bred by Windstar.
Yeah, I know. Yoshida tried to win the Woodward, but Preservationist was just too good.
Mm-hmm.
He made my exacta, though. I'm very happy for him.
Dan said he can make a lot back if the 6 wins here.
Yeah, go Dan.
Yeah, sleepy time pick, no outrider horse. Yeah, we haven't been keeping up with the sleepy time picks this year because Colin isn't around.
I know. Colin is,
gonna have a sleepy time pick.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be sleepy time pick.
He's too big doing his daily double now that he's
right.
He's too big to show up.
Doubling down's gotten too big. He's forgotten about us little guys here on Monday nights.
I got it. Hey, 11:09. We're 2 minutes. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus what we've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Colin is the sleeping time.
How are we gonna play this?
Who are your top picks?
I like the 1-6.
1-6.
I am open to the 3 and the 4.
You know what? Let's just do so we win money, right? Let's just do a $2 exacta box 1-4-6.
All right. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah,
let's keep it simple.
Keep it as simple tonight.
And if we lose, we're still up by 20 cents on the night.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, Yep. So you made it through an entire card of racing and you haven't lost a dime,
Exactly.
That's winning, folks. That is winning.
Breaking even is winning.
It really is. I hate when people say, "Oh, I only won." Nope. If you won, that's winning.
If you left with the money you came with, you've won.
You won.
The true degenerate mindset.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you go in, you got to go in expecting to lose. So not losing is winning.
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, update this so I don't forget. Not 10, 100. You know what? I'm going to play that on my own as well. There we go.
Look at that pick 5. We get 4 to 6 horses in the ticket. Neil's got a 3, 4, 6 try box.
All right.
Yeah,
that 3 is scary to me.
Yep. Remember, folks, it's not whether you win or lose Stable Duel. It's that you finish in front of Tim. That's
all that matters. If
that's all that counts. You don't need to give me money. Just let me finish in front of Tim and I'll be fine.
Right.
Tim's got the 3, Kentucky Jake.
Well,
And I
that
have
makes me
the,
scared of the horse even more. But yeah,
and
at
I have
8-1, that horse kind of
and I
seemed
have
like
the 4. So
the obvious stable dual horse in here.
yeah, and let's see how many points we're apart of each other. 15. So okay.
All
Here
right.
we go.
It's a race.
Come on, Antonio. Here we go. Dan says the 3 late run into the bottom of exacta or try. Yeah. Could very well happen.
Yeah, and pointing out that the 7 and the 6 have the same trainer, so you're not going to see them dueling on the lead.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, 7 probably going with the weight break. Yep. You got knights up, so you have your
Did we lose the
weight
4
allowance.
center? We see 3, 5, 6.
All right.
Where did the 4 go?
All righty. Last race of the night.
Yes. Good luck to everybody. Get out a winner, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Ended on a winning note.
Yeah.
Yeah, it chalked out a little bit here.
It did. Yeah. 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 Frank's got 5 and 6 in stable duel.
All right.
Good luck,
We
Frank.
need a 5-6 for Frank.
Yeah, that would be huge for him,
That
for
would be big
sure.
for Frank.
It's post time.
All right.
Let's bring back our friend Kurt one more time.
Dennis is going win place show on the 5.
Again, thank you to everybody out of Assiniboia,
Yes,
for letting us have your feed and for your product. We so appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you guys this weekend.
Thank all of you for watching.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
136 tonight between
Yeah.
Twitter and YouTube. So thank you very much. And hit the like button and subscribe if you're hanging around on YouTube. Helps us out a lot.
Here comes Lucky Appeal.
Good luck, Mike.
Mountain Mike's with you on the 4.
Yeah. Good luck, Don. Dan, I mean.
Dan's got some tries.
Rick.
All right. Almost in.
They're at the post.
Dare to Endure is next.
One taking the late money.
I hope it's the smart money. I could use the one winning would be all right for me.
Tea Party today with a little help goes in.
Who was that?
Tea Party today, the 5.
Oh, 5. Okay,
One
yeah.
more extra helping hand. Now they're going to open the front gates for Tea Party today.
The Boston Tea Party. Not getting it done right now. Not liking this gate thing.
Right. Classic last race of the night behavior.
Yeah.
Tea Party today is now in. And just waiting on Air Force Reserve.
This is a confused bunch here.
Right? They are taking their time. Looks like jockey's off the 5, possibly. Does seem like the
Reserve also getting a little help.
everybody.
Yeah, Air Force Reserve getting a little help there.
Everybody's sleepy tonight. All right, there we go.
And they're off. From the far outside, JL Copper away well, as is the stablemate, Air Force Reserve. And these two show the early speed. Lucky Appeal on the rail is third. Back to fourth, Tea Party today. Another 3 lengths to Dare to Endure, and then it's Green Amazon and the trailer, Kentucky Jake. 23 seconds on quick.
23 seconds flat.
Copper.
They're flying.
That's up for the 1. Let's hope so, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stalled in third, Lucky Appeal.
Needs room.
Endure, making a 3-wide move. Green Amazon on the fence, which is opened up. The half 40.
Come on,
Antonio.
Antonio.
Right at Assiniboia.
JL Copper spins
Come on,
out
one.
of the turn with the lead.
Come on, Antonio.
7 anywhere.
Outside, Dare to Endure. Green
7 is
Amazon
gone.
on the rail, but it's JL Copper inside the 16th pole. Who's gonna win by
Wow.
2?
7-4.
Is gonna go to Dare to Endure.
7-4.
Green Amazon. Fourth to Lucky
Another one who's
Appeal
been
and
chasing
fifth
no show, no call, though.
Yeah, I know, huh?
I guess that was the angle. Was coming out of a stake. I mean, maybe an oversight on our part here to not
Yeah.
not give this horse a shot now that I'm looking a little closer. But
Coming out of the stake race, yeah.
I don't think any of us had that horse.
No, 20% of Stable Duel had that 7. Unbelievable.
That makes sense at 20 to 1.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No doubt.
Realistically, if you take out the fact that no show, no call won by 12,
Yeah.
only got beat 3/4 of a length.
I'll tell you, if I'm the owner of Dare to Endure, I like that second place first time winners.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That is definitely
He belonged here.
you know,
second goes to number 4.
right behind Daisy's a doozy.
Photograph has been called to determine the 4th.
Was one of the only others had
had
that maiden special weight win. Was against state breds, so you tick down a little bit for that. But had that to go back to from last year.
Right.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
Speed figures were just nowhere near
No.
fast enough compared to the rest of the group, but got out on the lead and kept going.
Yeah. Night, Dan. Thank you so much.
Have a good night, Dan. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks, Barry.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody. Thanks, Barry. Don't worry, bud. We still made money,
Yeah, we made that 20 cents.
And remember, folks, it's not whether you win, it's whether you beat Tim.
Exactly. So if
And-
you beat him in Stable Duel,
And I did beat Tim in Stable Duels.
There you go.
That's a win right there.
that's how you know it was a good night.
Better than money.
Bragging rights.
Right, bragging
The only
rights.
thing that really matters.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank
Yep.
you all for hanging out.
Thank you to
We will
everybody.
see you next week. We will see you Thursday on
Yes.
the lounge.
Yes.
You there, I assume, Sean?
Yes, I will. Yep.
Perfect.
The cocktail lounge will be ready to go. Back to
Fantastic.
Woodbine the night before the plate take 2.
Kings Plate round
Exactly.
2 Eve.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Have a
All
good
right,
night, everybody.
Have a great night.